Even if it was a completely legal takeover, they still stole the Legos.
And then he turned it into, no, I didn't steal them. You stole them.
They want to take Patreon money. They want to take the GoFundMe money. They want to take the YouTube revenue.
So basically, they're not violating the law, but the law sucks in this case.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
they're abusing the law.
Their strategy is to get us arrested before our documentary comes out. Let's get them arrested before they get us arrested.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave.
Say hi to Eli. He's racially ambiguous, and Brandon, his hair is fucking fabulous. And Donut, a dark joke disposition, and there's a fat electrician. Welcome to Unsubscribe.
Hey everyone, this episode is a little bit different than normal. We wanted to do Ben and the Bricks Minifigs story justice. So this is filmed over 2 days, and even bringing along King Picks to really get transparency with everything on the law enforcement side. I know that's going to be super important to y'all. The Legos is very important, but so is that side of the story. You're going to have a little bit of jumping around, but Chase, our editor, did an amazing job of putting this story together. There is a lot to go through with this, and it is a very complex situation. Also, I'm going to do a quick Pepperbox plug. You will see some exclusives you can see nowhere else other than Pepperbox, and you get that 2-week free trial, all for $8, plus 20 creators at this point, and hundreds of exclusives that you will only find at Pepperbox. So go check out that 2-week free trial at pepperbox.tv. Cheers.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, he's shotgunning.
Go. Sour apple.
Sour apple, killer apple, let's go.
Look at him go.
Oh my gosh.
You have distinct honor. You are the first person to ever shotgun an echelon on the podcast.
Let's go.
That flavor just came out. What do you think?
It's really good. I have 300 milligrams of caffeine in me right now, so I'm ready to go.
Dude, we paid him to say that.
Yeah, I'm getting
good.
I'm getting energy drinks for the next year for free, so appreciate that.
Echelon does not endorse the overconsumption of caffeine.
It's okay.
Cody, you want to start us off, you beautiful son of a gun?
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Unsubscribed Podcast. I'm joined today by Eli Doubletap, Fat Electrician, Reckless Ben, Victor from Victor's World, Brandon Herrera, myself, Donut Operator. Thank you so much for being here.
That slide off the back was very sensual.
I missed you.
Yeah, that
Clearly.
Someone had to go to the 250.
Indeed. Had to.
Completely. Forced to go.
Worst experience of my life.
Twisted. Brandon kicking and screaming, I don't want to be here.
Oh, God, no.
And now you're back, though.
And now I'm back. No, it is actually genuinely good to be back in San Antonio. I haven't seen my own house in like 7 days.
Ugh, I do. No. Godspeed. Also, look who we have. These two beautiful sons of guns.
I haven't seen my house in like a couple weeks.
Did it get foreclosed?
I don't know. There's just been a police officer. My roommates have been texting me saying there's a police officer. There's a bank across my house, and the police just wait in the bank like every night for me to come outside of my house, I guess.
For what?
So I don't know. But we know that the Los Angeles Police Department is working with the American Fork Police Department, which is working with the Provo Police Department, and they're all working together to try and like get me for some reason. I don't know. I think they have they're trying to serve me like a second type restraining order, I guess. So one restraining order wasn't enough. They need a second one.
And to say the two that's against you. So one's against from Bricks Minifigs, and the other one's against Josh,
it's just
right? Josh
personally, yeah. But they're like their phone calls got leaked, and so we can see him on the phone calling. They're like, "Hey, where's Ben at?" And we don't know where he's at, but we're at his house and stuff.
All right. So the way we're gonna approach this podcast is as if the audience has no idea what the fuck you're talking about, because I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
So we gotta rewind to the beginning.
Well, that was good foreshadowing, I guess. That's called a hook, you know?
That was the best hook. Brain's like, I want to fucking know now.
Yeah, that's a foreshadowing hook, and then you get to rewind a little bit. We do nonlinear storytelling all the time. So.
Let's not do it Tenet style. We're doing nonlinear storytelling.
Okay, so there was the world's largest Star Wars Lego set collection in the world, owned by the Mansell family, just this family up in Oregon, and their dad has cancer. He's in poor health, and they're like, okay, let's finally sell this collection so we can give the money to the grandkids to pay for their college before the dad dies, and let's just get them paid out. And that's all the dad wants to see is his family paid out. So they put their collection in a store called Bricks Minifigs, which is basically a GameStop for Legos. So GameStop doesn't like work with Nintendo. They're not Nintendo. They just resell Nintendo games. So like, give me your old games, and then I'll give it to you. So that's what Bricks Minifigs does, but with Legos. They buy people's Lego sets and they resell them for hopefully to get a profit.
I'm sorry to sound stupid. I understand why the word bricks is in the name of the store. What do minifigs have to do with Legos?
So a minifig is kind of like this thing right here. It's like a little Lego guy, you know?
Oh, okay, that's what we call the people.
Yeah, the little figurine Lego people. And I'm not really
Bricks
big Lego.
Bricks and People is just a name of like what the cartel brings across.
Okay.
Yeah, so a minifig is a lot of times those are the collectibles. You know, it's like they're really rare, and they actually sell for like they'll be like $10,000 for one little minifig. You know, it's like Pokemon cards.
Connor, you're into minifigs.
Connor hates minifigs.
Oh, you're talking about my Lego-headed bitch.
Yeah. Connor's into minifigs.
He said Connor is a minifig.
Legitimately, my contact info for Connor is still it was like AI generated, just like a blonde Lego chick holding a trout.
But yeah, so basically he puts so. There's a lot of debate on how much this Lego set was worth. I was originally told it was worth $200,000, and then CoffeeZilla did a video finding it only might be worth $100,000, but then maybe there was some sets that he missed, so maybe it is actually $200,000. I don't know. It's anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000. It's a lot of money.
Yeah. So, but basically, it was worth up to $200,000. So they on Bricks and Minifigs' own page, they literally put on the post that it's worth over $200,000.
That's where that number came from.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They said it on their page.
Yeah, so we were just taking their word for it, and then, but it's in the six figures for it. That's for sure. It's a 6-figure Lego Star Wars collection set. They put it in this Bricks and Minifigs to consign. So in the contract, it says these are still the Mansell's families, but every time one gets sold, they'll give a cut to the store as a thank you for helping them sell it. But at the end of the day, the Mansell family owns the Legos, not the store. So for whatever reason, corporate takes over the store. There's a big debate on what, like, were they allowed to take over the store? Were they not? That doesn't matter. So corporate took over the store.
When you say corporate, like, is it like a chain?
Yeah, it's like McDonald's. So there's franchises. So corporate Bricks and Minifigs has all these franchises that they have. There's, I think, 300 franchises around America, and they all operate independently, and they all get to make their own decisions. So corporate takes over the store because apparently corporate is claiming that the previous owners broke the franchise agreement, so they get to take over the store, and they're like, these are all our Legos now, even though it was never the store's Legos to give to them. It's almost as if I parked my car in the parking lot when corporate took over the store, and corporate's like, oh, well, we own this car now because it's in our parking lot.
It's kind of like if something's on loan from a museum and then the museum changes ownership. They're like, oh, no, this is ours.
Yeah. And so basically when Brian heard this, he's like, okay, well, can I get my Legos back? And they said, no, well, these are our Legos. We get to take over everything in the store. And he shows them this contract. He's like, well, I'm in a contract. And they look at the contract and like, well, this looks legit, but that's between you and the previous franchise owner. I'm not a part of this contract, so I don't have to follow it. And so his word for word of what he says in the videos, he says, in order for me to be under contract, I have to sign something. And since I didn't sign anything, I have no obligation to follow this contract.
But obviously that doesn't make any sense
not
because
how that works
exactly
when you
because
take over a
when you
business.
take over the business, you also take over
all
the
the
other
liabilities,
obligations. Exactly.
Legal and financial, yeah.
And when they took it over, did you know the exact reasoning of like, hey, we're taking the store back from the previous owners?
So Bricks and Minifigs' side of the story is that she was late on rent, up to $200,000 late on rent, which seems pretty bad. Her side of the story is Bricks and Minifigs locked her out of her bank account, so she tried to pay the rent, but Bricks and Minifigs would not let her pay for it. So there's two sides of the story. At the end of the day, whoever's right, whoever wrong, that's their problem. But his Lego sets got stolen. Like that's not Brian's problem. Like that business dispute, you know. So at the end of the day, whether or not it was like if it was illegal for them to take over the store, they still stole the Legos. Even if it was a completely legal takeover, they still stole the Legos
because they even took on the footage of when they're taking everything from the store or kicking them out that day. That's when it was brought up to him on camera, like, hey, what are we doing? Oh, okay.
And their story always changes. So at first their story was, when we took over the store was empty. None of his Lego sets were in the store. That was their first story. And then they changed it. Oh, yeah, we actually, because the previous owner took pictures of everything that you can verify with timestamped metadata timestamps on the pictures. And it matches the exact time that of the security camera footage of when she's getting kicked out of the store. So the metadata, like the timestamps match up. But so after we showed them that, then these Lego sets are in the store, but there are Lego sets, there are inventory now. We don't have to give them back, and then their story just always changes. So every time we provide them new evidence, they change their story, and it's crazy to like just watch them like make up stories in real time. It's pretty funny. But the way we got involved was Brian goes to the police. They call it a civil matter. The police can't do anything. If you want to get them back, you have to sue them. However, every single attorney he went to said, if you sue them, it will cost you more than this collection's worth. It'll cost because you have to shut down the store to request discovery and get an inventory. To do that, I don't know legal stuff, but this is
that doesn't sound right at all.
Said they said it's going to cost like probably $300,000-$400,000 just to sue them for a $200,000 Lego set. So you're losing money. So no matter what he does, he loses money. So he was like, well, I'm just going to get some YouTubers on this.
Yeah, and a lot of people were saying that Brian should get a lawyer, but his wife is literally a lawyer. So he spoke obviously to her and a lot of other attorneys as well.
And he said every single attorney said it's going to cost us more money. Thing. He said we've talked to at least 4 or 5 attorneys. Every single attorney tells us it's going to cost because they can always find a way to drag it out. Like, we have to get our insurance involved, and that's going to take 2 years. And now all these lawyer fees. They said no matter what, they're going to drag it out so long that it costs more money than what the Lego set's worth.
That's what, and we've seen that it's almost happened with us, which is they just drag it out as long as possible to cost the individual as much money as possible until they can't fight it anymore.
There was a certain theater in our live shows that tried to attempt to do the same thing.
And if you look at the previous companies from everyone involved, the CEO used to be in a company called Legally Mine, where they would come up with loopholes on how to drag out cases to screw over people that try to sue them. And they have this actually just aired yesterday. There was a clause called the revenge clause in Legally Mine, which is a way to avoid paying lawsuits that you lose. And so he's like, in the revenge clause, the reason it's called revenge is because, we're going to punish them for suing us. So they sue us for like $2 million. We now have a loophole, so we don't have to pay them. We can just like close our business down. And then now they have to pay income tax or some type of tax on the money that they're never going to get. So they have to pay $400,000 on this tax now, and they get nothing. And that's why it's called the revenge clause. And that's an actual clause in their company. And it's kind of what they did to us, like we sued them. They shut down their store to avoid paying us.
Yeah, exactly.
So Brian goes to he was just reaching out to any YouTuber he could. A few YouTubers tried doing videos on it, but right when they started making videos, corporate Bricks and Minifigs sends them a cease and desist letter. Like, if you talk about this, we will sue you and we're going to destroy your life. And so every YouTuber that's ever tried to make a video on this has just gone like silent. Like right when they're about to make their video, they just don't post it. And then Brian gets to us and we get sued. What do you say? Like every single video we've done pretty much for the last 6 years.
Yeah. This guy.
Like I beg for lawsuits.
This guy, he gets sued by TBS for $5 million. So you know what he does? This is when you were smaller. He was like, I got an idea. I'm going to sue TBS for $5,001.
Yeah. So when we crossed to each other, I come up with top $1. It was sick.
And so they stopped. TBS was like, all right, seriously, let's stop.
Yeah, no, actually, that's fucking funny.
And the executive producer of TBS on the phone with me, he's like, we're playing hardball with you. We're going to get $1 million lawyers. We're going to destroy you and stuff. I'm like, bring it on, dude. Like, it was sick.
And one of the questions I had regarding lawyers is there's a difference between a consultation and a retention of attorneys. And obviously the conversation you get with consultation is very different than retention and retaining counsel. So being that you guys have retained counsel rather than just a consultation, we want to dive into that. We want to take that to the next level and see exactly what is next for Reckless Ben and Victor's World.
So it's kind of complicated. So we're dealing with a predicament right now where all of the lawyers want us to switch judges because right now we are dealing with a local judge and a local jury that might, you saw how episode 2 played out where they all maybe might be to get connected in some way, which the audience can assume what I'm talking about. But basically okay, so what if we take this to federal court and then we get more statewide jury and it's not just like local townspeople that all know each other, because like American Fork is like one neighborhood. It's like the whole city knows each other, you know, and then we're some weird YouTubers from California coming in, like barging our way in here, like thinking we own the town, you know. So like it's a bad look.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
might be thinking like, get him out of here, you know.
Yeah.
So we talked to a lawyer earlier, and he was leaning on taking it into federal court.
So that way they look more at the facts and less of like, okay, like we're gonna protect our friends because everyone knows each other. It's a small town, everyone knows each other, you know. So it's like. And also, it's the same judge that's doing the Charlie Kirk case. If we do the American Fork case,
So
or the
he's
Provo
already
case,
used to like half of America hating him. So
yeah, because no matter what decision
that
he
is
makes, half
obvious-
of America's already going to hate him.
and that's like a really big case. So he might be looking at this Lego case and it's like, oh, like this is whatever.
Well,
you know?
so I know that at a certain point, judges can recuse themselves or remove themselves from a case based on their network, their circle of friends, and everything else. But how do you guys have a vehicle? So a lot of times on the criminal side, the pathway or the vehicle to a Fed case is an appeal. How do you start off with saying, hey, we'd rather not do a local case and go straight to a federal case?
I don't know. We just
Do you have
do
that
it, I
option?
guess. We just send it.
Well,
I don't know.
They're going. Well, what the lawyer said earlier was that he's going to basically request it. I think that's what it was.
Maybe
Okay.
we just
It's
like,
been
hey,
so funny on these calls. Like earlier, we were just like on the call, and like I told my side, and I was like, because I'm part of the court thing too, and I was like, listen, I think
Victor's World is a YouTube channel, so
yeah.
I should have brought my gold vest, but and also that's like a totally different like character, you know. I gotta like just really put it on, but
we're discussing the
Yeah,
legal
but
standard.
Ben's so funny on these calls. So like these guys are like so serious. It's like, all right, so Ben, tell us like your gut feeling, like. What do you want to do? Do you want to just have this like more local? Do you want to take it to federal court? And Ben's like, I don't know. I'm kind of like 50-50 on it. I'm just gonna go with the flow. Like I trust you
just
guys.
freestyling
Whatever
through
you
the whole
guys,
court.
whatever you
Yeah,
guys,
I'm just happy.
whatever
Yeah.
you guys think is best. Like I'm good for it.
Dude, we got like the best lawyers in the world. Why am I going to tell our lawyer what to do? Why not just let him tell us what to do?
No,
you
that
know?
is
the
true.
lawyer-
I do
the-
understand that.
the
I understand
lawyers,
that. The way
I
you
will-
came about it is so funny. You're like, I don't know, like whatever you think's best.
I will say this: they are legally obligated to go in the direction of their client.
Yeah.
They have to present everything.
Yeah.
But, like,
so
if
for you, like it's important that you look at, hey, what direction do I want to take this?
But he studies the law. I just joke about things. How am I going to know more than him? He's obviously going to have a much better opinion on this than me, you know?
He did.
Like,
He did tell us his side though. He was like, at the time, he said that he's more 60% towards federal, and then he found out new information, and he was like leaning more towards doing federal.
I
after
think
that.
he's probably also used to rich or powerful clientele that are more demanding, and if you even hint at what they're supposed to, they'll get mad. So if he hinted in the past towards some clients who are like, no, I didn't.
Oh, I see.
I need this. So
No, the whole
going and
conversation is
like,
me being like, I have no clue what I'm doing here. Like, you tell me what to do. You know,
I will.
that's basically our whole conversation. I haven't, like, we've never
And
done
it's
this
so
before.
crazy. So we had mentioned the $1.3 million that we're getting like sued for. I asked about it, and I was like, so is Ben getting sued for 1.3? Is it like a combination of all of us? And what's his name? I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say his name. Like,
Don't say his
Yeah,
name.
it's
Okay,
the-
well,
the
this
guy-
guy,
the guy
this
who's
guy,
helping us,
this guy,
yeah.
this guy that's helping us was like, he's seen this stuff before. He's worked with like really big celebrities. He's like, that is a placeholder. They will sue for way more when the time
They will.
when the
He's
time
like-
comes.
he's
He's like,
like-
it's gonna be like 10 million plus.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but
is
you
is
want this.
the
Yep.
1.3? Does that pertain to defamation specifically?
That's just
It's
a
like a
placeholder. He said every day this goes on, there's
He had to
more
give a
damages.
number.
There's more. Yeah.
They're gonna tack on a lot of stuff because they're gonna say like, oh, these
Lost
are the
sales.
Yeah, lost sales and like defamation from like all these other people like posting or
Jeez.
whatever they're gonna say. Yeah.
I think you do these big numbers too because it scares the client. Because you hear 10 minutes. Look at the reaction from 1 million to
the
10.
bigger the number, the scarier it is.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
we gotta
no.
have the biggest number. Would be the scariest people in the courtroom. Yeah.
Well, Smooth Sack Summer isn't just about looking good. It's also about doing good things. That's why Manscaped and the Testicular Cancer Society has teamed up. You all know that one man every hour, every day is diagnosed with testicular cancer. That's why you check your boys. And it's the most common form of cancer in men between 15 and 35. And Manscaped has a special edition bundle that helps this amazing cause. The TCS Ball Hero Bundle. What's it include? That's right, it's the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra and the special edition TCS Boxers. They're super comfortable. They have a pouch to hold your beans. I don't know why I call them beans. Now, what is the special edition TCS Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra? Well, it's a trimmer that features the dual skin safe blade heads, accompanied by an updated trimmer blade and interchangeable foil blade for enhanced performance. Reduces the risk of accidents with the old Sackaroonie and the I have been using Manscaped for, I want to say 5 years. It is my go-to. It's the guys' go-to. They do make an amazing product. But you know what the best part is? By ordering the Manscaped TSC Ball Hero Bundle, you're helping raise awareness for testicular cancer. Every purchase helps spread that life-saving message. So join the over 13 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. Use code UNSUB for 15% off your entire order at manscaped.com. That's 15% off with code UNSUB at manscaped.com.
You're the only YouTuber with the balls to tackle this, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, well, I heard Brian's side, so I get on a call. He tells me his side of the story, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll hear Bricks and Minifigs' side of the story. So we get in the car, we drive 16 hours up to Oregon. We do a huge road trip, and then also with some just people that just DM me on Instagram. They're like, hey, can I be in your next video? I was like, yeah, that's fun. So we just picked up some like random fans to come with us, and then we just got like these like really cheap spy glasses, like $50 on Amazon, and I just put them on.
Yeah.
I walk in, I'm like, hey, I think my friend has some Legos in your store. He's having a hard time getting them back. Can we just like get them back?
It's very casual, you know. Just walked in like, can we get the Brian's Legos back?
I picture the glasses are not casual.
No, they look like super
bulky,
nerdy.
yeah.
They've got like Spy Kids written
I
on them.
I literally,
No, I'm not recording.
I tell him every single time he makes a video with these spy glasses. I'm like, bro, that's so obvious. But then like no one ever questions it.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
And then the woman is basically like, you need to leave right now. She gets on the phone and she's like, police officers, I'm being harassed. Like this man came in here, he's harassing me, and just like blows up on me. I'm like, I'm not like harassing you. Like I'm just like, my friend has some stuff. Like I have an inventory list. Can we like go through the inventory maybe? Like, you know,
Based on her comments, can I guess her ethnicity and weight?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that you're nailing this right now.
What would you say?
Wait,
Probably get the hair.
I'm guessing.
What do you think?
I'm guessing white, 5'4", 240. I'm guessing.
Oh my god.
That might be accurate. I don't know.
Dude, Nick, you are spot the fuck on, homie.
When you're talking about spy glasses, this is what I'm thinking of.
Which one? It's like a kid with like blue goggles.
Not too far off.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The shit I
They
had as a
look
kid.
pretty bad, yeah.
So funny.
They look very bad.
I used to want that as a kid. Like those spy glasses. It was like when Spy Kids was coming out.
Oh yeah, no.
So funny.
But,
Not obvious at all.
So,
Yeah, they
you
call-
got the cops called on you.
They call the police on us. They do this whole thing where they're like doing a back and forth. Like, you have to talk to corporate. It's not our fault. Corporate stole the Legos. But then the whole thing is every time we message corporate, they're like, oh, well, our franchises are independently owned. They make their own decisions. We can't control them. You have to talk to the franchise owner. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Boom, nailed it. Nailed it.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's you call that to a T, brother.
Look at you,
So good at this.
You're like so proud. You're like,
I'm so good.
Look at that fucking
I know a fat white woman that works as a secretary bitching when I hear
right
it.
to it. It's so good.
wait. What would you say her name is?
I mean, Karen's too obvious.
Yeah, it's way too obvious.
If her name was Karen, that'd be so funny.
would be really funny.
Her name was Amanda, but
There, yeah, no, that adds up.
She looks like Amanda.
Yeah.
A man, duh. Anyways,
Jesus.
yeah, they just keep sending us the runaround like, hey, talk to corporate. We talk to corporate. Oh, talk to the franchise owner. Talk to the franchise owner. Oh, go to corporate. And they just keep passing the blame back and forth to each other. Like it's just the other person, you know? So eventually the cops come and then they're like, hey, you're trespassed from here. If you ever show back up here again, you're getting arrested. You can't even be in the parking lot. This whole area is owned by the landlord. So
And this was all in the first day.
yeah, this is the first like 5 minutes of the video. And we're like,
Yeah, right when you get in the
Oh, this
car.
is day one.
Yeah,
like,
right when he
everything's
gets in the
just-
car, he's like, well, dang, we just drove
So,
like 16
dang,
hours.
so
What are we going to
the-
do now?
So I'm trespassed from the store. Brian's trespassed, and we're like, "How do we film a video of Bricks and Minifigs?"
Yeah, when you're-
if we're like,
when you're
and
trespassing.
I think I asked him like, "So how are we supposed to get our stuff back if we're trespassed from the store?" And he's like, "Yep, I don't know. Like, you just gotta figure it out with them. I'm like, but how do we figure it out with them if we're trespassed? Like, you have now not allowed us to figure it out with them. And he's like, well, you just gotta figure it out with them. I'm like, well, you.
Who do we talk to?
Upon going into the store, like maybe the manager there didn't like you. That's when it became criminal law, where she was like, hey, I don't want you here. The police can't come out. She can trespass you from there. She's the manager. She's part of that store. So that was actually all within law.
Yeah, no, it's all within law. But they're using the law to get away with stealing these Legos.
I'm just
what happens from there? Like, how do they approach it from there?
It would have to be civilly from there, because criminally, yes, she's within her rights to say you can't be in the store.
Sure.
Yeah, you're trespassing.
But morally, that sucks because she stole a bunch of
it sucks. But
but that's why we left. Yeah, we didn't.
So basically, they're not violating the law, but the law sucks in this case.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
They're abusing the law.
Yes. And that's why I'm glad Cody's here and King Pix is over there, and it is for this. So that way we have police officers that also want.
They're
fucking former or whatever.
They're paying
people that know the law.
What do you mean, people that know the law?
Well, there's a white and a black dude.
They're paying.
But sister.
When he pointed to you in black, when he pointed to
Sorry, other way around.
Since you guys are like former police officers, you're like the men in light blue, huh? Light blue?
I don't like fucking cops, dude.
Cody's like that.
You don't buy that now? You know,
now
fucking boys in blue, you know what I mean?
And Brandon's on camera.
I'm in your frame now, mother.
That was a joke.
How did this get sexual so fast?
Cops have welcome to unsub. I think because cops have a first-hand seat, like a front row seat to seeing like the good side of policing and the stuff that nobody else ever sees, and also the bad side of policing because you have fucking coworkers that you hate.
Yeah, I watched all your videos. I watched all of them. But that point right there, I was like, oh, they're just trespassing him. Maybe whatever. Yeah. They're trespassing him. That's within law. But I did watch your other, like the videos after that and was like, oh, these cops are So I just want to preface you with that. I'm not cops, blue line, blah, blah, blah.
Cody arrests
you. Yeah, dude.
Cody, what are you doing?
I'm about to bend this man over and handcuff him.
Batman gets flung out by a plane.
All right, so you get trespassed day one.
Yeah, and so we're like, what do we do from here? And basically that Amanda girl, she's just the manager of the store. She's not like the one who like stole the Legos. She's just kind of running the store. You know, she's just an employee of the store. So we're like, we can't really like get her like she's not like the one who came with this evil plan. She's just protecting them, I guess.
Ben, real quick, this is still the franchise
yes.
that took your buddy's Legos.
Yes.
But it's the same franchise, but under different ownership now.
Yes. Yeah. So the Brandon and Josh are the two co-owners that took over the store. Yeah.
Okay.
From a girl named
franchise,
Crystal. Yeah.
But they're not part of corporate. They're just individual
franchise
owners.
So they were from corporate. Corporate instructed them to come down.
Oh,
which is weird. So it was a corporate takeover. And then
Okay.
corporate hired Brandon and Josh to be the new owners.
Okay, so corporate took that franchise.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's how corporate's involved. Yeah.
Crystal they took the franchise.
Yeah, Crystal was the previous owner.
But they're
Crystal
using
got kicked out
and they're
they took
using
over.
the loophole of, it's just a franchise. We can't control them. They're going to do whatever they want, even though corporate's the one that took it over. So they're trying to use that as a way to deflect blame, even though they're the ones that are responsible for it. It's just confusing.
Just to cover all bases, in that contract between them and corporate, is there anything that says basically if we have to do a takeover, all inventory is reverted to corporate ownership, or like?
No, it just says.
Well, then they're fucked.
It just says the property, all these Legos the property will remain the property of Mansell's until sold. And if anything's damaged or anything happens to any of the Legos, then they get a full refund for everything.
So what's their case?
That they didn't sign the contract. Corporate's like, that's between Crystal and him.
That's not how that works.
Not at all.
Yeah, so
as somebody that buys companies, if I buy the company while that company is under contract, just because I didn't sign that contract doesn't mean I'm not now liable for holding up that company.
Unless you say it. Unless you say it, then your verbal communication is obviously above the contract.
And of course, that's the first thing we told them. And their response to what you said is, okay, sue us. We'll drag this out until it's worth well more than what the collection's worth. If you guys want to lose money, then you can sue us, and you guys will lose even more money.
The very first day, you were talking to him, and he was like, well, what do you have? And you're like, I have the contract. He's like, well, contract? Like, are you stupid? Are you dumb?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? You have the contract.
Yeah, he's like, are you an idiot? Like, that was his response to me saying that, basically. It was, you're an idiot. You're stupid.
I was doing Nick things on my phone while you were telling that story. This company's projecting they're not worth as much as they're trying to let everybody lead on.
Really?
I thought they made $95 million a year, no?
No, they can't. It's not possible.
Really?
What do you...
That's
what
you're
I've
looking
seen
at the
everywhere.
numbers of the overall franchises. We're talking about corporate. The numbers they're putting out are the numbers of all 300 stores' gross revenue, but those stores are independently owned and operated.
Right.
Corporate,
And they only give 6% to corporate.
exactly. Yeah. So the average Bricks and Minifigs store on the high end makes $500,000 a year. So they got 500,000 times 0.06 times 300.
What's that?
No.
About $9 million a year in revenue for corporate.
Across everything.
Across everything for the corporate level. $9 million a year in revenue is not a $400 million company. They do not have as much fucking money or ass behind them as they're trying to lead on.
Dang.
They're projecting hard as fuck.
I didn't realize they took that little from the sales. That's insane.
Yeah.
I don't even know
They're
how
not nearly as big as they're trying to lead on.
That's what she said.
Oh, yeah. So we're like, how do we get in a lawsuit with that? And this is kind of where I'm like, okay, let's just do something like super out of pocket that no one's going to see coming. Probably not the best. If we had a lawyer, he would tell us definitely not to do this, but that's why we did it, I guess. We just want to do something that I like never see coming, you know?
Lawyers would say for you to not do 99% of the things that you do.
Yeah, but this one, like, especially, like, every lawyer, like, reaction channel is like, oh, this is, like, the worst idea ever. So we're like, okay, so this is our logic. So Bricks and Minifigs is the one doing the illegal activity, and we're the ones getting screwed over because of their illegal activity. So we're like, what if we Uno reverse it, you know? And now we're doing the illegal activity, and it causes them to have their lives ruined, you know? And
Well, that's a move.
yeah, so we were like, okay, how do we do
what's the illegal activity you're conducting?
We were like, well, like a legal business move. You know what I mean? It's not like an illegal activity, but just an illegal business move that we can do, which is that they would have to take us to court for, and then they upfront all the legal fees. So we were like, let's steal their name. So we created a company.
I love this
and
so much.
we changed their tag. So it's like Bricks and Minifigs, like buy, sell, trade is their like, the buy, sell, trade is their like tagline, you know? So we changed it to Bricks and Minifigs, we steal from old people. And
does it instead of buy, sell, trade, it's steal, sell, trade?
Yeah, well, that was a different thing too. Yeah, but we also changed to that. But our tagline, it's like we steal from old people. But then the way that we're gonna get away with it is we steal from old people is actually the company name, and then Bricks and Minifigs is just the tagline. And in America, there's no like law that says if the tagline has to be above or beneath the company name. So it's Bricks and Minifigs, we steal from old people, but we steal from old people is the company, and Bricks and Minifigs is just our tagline. And so when they take us to court, they can't win anything because they're like, oh, we actually didn't steal their name. Like, we steal from old people is not a copyrighted name. It was actually, no one's claimed that business name yet. So we're actually not stealing any name.
I am in no man's land right now because I'm trying to genuinely figure out if you're retarded or a genius.
No, listen to this.
The answer is yes.
This is actually hilarious too. Quick, like 15-second little spiel on this. We were talking yesterday, the day before, and he's like, dude, you know how hilarious this would be? What if I legally change my name to Ben is innocent? So whenever I'm in court, they'll continue to say Ben is innocent. What do you have to say about this? I'm like, bro, that would be so fucking funny. Or he was like, I can also legally change my name to Eamon McNeff. So it would say Bricks and Minifigs versus Eamon McNeff. Eamon McNeff is the CEO.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like a
so he would have
title,
his
yeah.
so he would have his name legally as Eamon McNeff.
I should like
I'm
be like
sold.
really.
I am now completely convinced that you two can remain retarded longer than this company can remain solvent. I'm sold. So,
yeah.
What were you saying?
I also had this idea.
I was saying after seeing the name change and the name that he created, as someone who's been a troll for the past decade, that's brilliant. It's fucking
I don't know if this is too far too. Earlier, when we were eating, I was thinking, like, what if we had like Tony, our judge, like his face, everyone were like, we love Tony, you know, like as our judge, but I don't know, maybe that's going too far.
I feel that's antagonizing them.
I'm not trying to antagonize.
That's begging for a mistrial.
Yeah, they're gonna think like, oh, they're trying to be sarcastic. They're trying to be clever on us, you know?
Yeah. I get that.
But Ben,
it's like
is
Dan
innocent.
Duncan's Virginity Rocks. You know, it's like Like he's like,
well, it does.
Obviously has sex all the time, but he's like Virginity Rock. I don't know.
I just like Ben is innocent. Like we're
yeah,
going
Ben is
this
innocent.
level
Yeah, that's hilarious.
of trolling, which is wild.
But it takes like a while to get your name changed. So I don't think we have time for that.
Oh yeah, but the best part about this plan though was we were gonna advertise our company by putting our company logo. We got a giant banner that says like Bricks and Minifigs, we steal from old people, because it says Bricks and Minifigs like their tagline on their store. So like let's put our logo over their logo, and like no one will notice the difference. It'll just be like we steal from old people, and then we can just claim that we're like advertising our company. But then it turns out that's not a civil crime anymore. That actually turns into criminal, I guess. So what we did is I made like 5 franchises underneath my company. And that way, if my franchises choose to put our company logo over their company logo, I can't control them because I'm just corporate. We steal from old people. And then the We Steal from Old People franchises are the ones doing all the illegal activities. So they can't get me in trouble if my franchise is trying to do everything.
That is
true.
true.
And then if the franchises get caught, they can just say corporate told them to do it, So the franchise can't get in trouble either. So we'll just keep passing the blame onto each other, and none of us will ever. So we can now just get away with like a bunch of illegal stuff and just keep passing the blame, and we'll never get in trouble.
And it's all legal too. So like in the video,
Because they were doing this to you.
yeah.
You
And I'm not
guys-
gonna say who was up on the roof and like put.
But
the
one of
banner
our
and all that.
franchises was
But
they
one
were
of the
then a Lego
franchisee
mask on,
owners.
so we can't tell who that was.
Yeah,
But it was one of
yeah.
the franchise owners for sure. Yeah. And they did that on their own will, so I can't get in trouble for that because they just decided to do that. I was on the bottom. I did not do that. I did not. That definitely wasn't me, but it was one of the franchise owners, though. Yeah, I don't know which one, but one of them did that.
And no one would have thought, like, again, a level of trolling or anything, fighting you would be terrible because it's, wait, he created a franchise? Wait, huh? He created a new business, named it this, now has franchises under that.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Which, like, there's 2 sides to every story. I have no idea. Like, I'm just, like, hearing a lot of this for the first time. But, my God, if this is true, like, all of this came from fucking over somebody who was in a bad spot. And just the level of unrelenting trolling that came out of that is brilliant.
It cost them way more than... That's what's crazy to me is just that 115 to 200,000 number. It would have been so much cheaper...
Cut it fucking check.
Well, we told him that.
for real.
We told the CEO that at the beginning. We were like, hey, like, you just want to give the Legos back? Like, that'd be the easy way, And then I'm like, or we can go the hard way, which, like, I was like, that's... I mean, if you guys want to do the hard way, like, we can do that. And then he's like, that's extortion.
If they already liquidated Legos, just cut a check, dude.
Eamon McNeff,
cut
he puts the ego in Lego. So I mean that's.
How do you spell that?
I think that was like the best comment I saw.
It's the
Ammon McNeff.
Yeah. He's a CEO.
AMMONMCNEFF, I think.
Well, it's just like the Boondocks clip. She's like, oh, I see we're going to do this
He
the
has the
hard
evil
way.
mustache. He has the classic villain evil mustache.
Chris Handsome. I call you Chris Handsome.
Yeah, that's kind of been like the whole theme of my channel. I've been doing it since day one. Is basically we just be like, okay, what are the bad things these companies are doing, and how do we like do their own techniques against them, And it's kind of just like giving them a taste of their own medicine. It's like the most satisfying thing ever,
It's fighting for the little guy, which that's why I reached out the day I didn't see it getting that big because we started DMing like the day it came out. I was like, oh, this is really interesting. I bet this blows up. And then the next day it's like 4 million views. I was like, holy shit.
But yeah, like I never really have to think of any like crazy legal loopholes. Usually the companies, like the evil companies, already know all the evil legal loopholes, So I just take what they're doing, but then just do it for good,
Hey, you, right there. Hey, what do you not like about jeans? Today's sponsor is The Perfect Jean. Wow, they stretch. Did you know Father's Day is around the corner? Tomorrow. Maybe your dad or father likes jeans because they will love The Perfect Jean. On a serious note, these are really comfortable. It's like the only pair of jeans I wear because they're stretchy and they're comfortable and you can beat the hell out of them and they hold up. Actually, I'm pretty sure all the hosts wear them. So when I'm actually not wearing shorts, I do wear these. I promise. I promise. They're worth every penny. Now, the Perfect Jean does have 6 different fits, giving you about 5,000 different options because they have sizes 26 to 52. So I'm 100% positive there is a pair for you, a perfect pair for you. And right now, guess what? Our listeners get 15% off their first order plus free shipping at theperfectgene.nyc or Google The Perfect Gene and use code UNSUB15 to get 15% off. That's right, our listeners get 15% off their first order and free shipping. Just head over to theperfectgene.nyc or Google The Perfect Gene and use code UNSUB15 to get 15% off.
I feel like the second video is even crazier. Like,
how many videos are there?
Crazy.
Just two right now.
Okay, got it.
I mean, we have some like little filler videos where we're responding because they respond to us and we respond to them. But there's like two like documentary like Netflix worthy ones. I feel like they're like full like edits. You know, we just went ham on the edit.
So you guys crushed the edits. Again, your style. I was complimenting you before. You tell stories so well.
To catch a Lego predator.
Yeah.
So, Lego predator.
I
Chris
watched
Hansen.
the first video, and I was already like at the beginning we were talking about it where it's like, okay, you were trespassed, that's fucking criminal, whatever. And I kept watching and I was like, dude, there's so much civil stuff happening there, and like you're doing loopholes and they're doing loopholes.
Yeah, no, it makes sense why the police acted that way in the first video.
What's going on? So I was super confused by the first video coming from like a cop standpoint, just like criminal.
What's the point, you know?
But yeah, once you got into the second video and like the cops started acting a little, there was some odd stuff going on that second one.
Oh yeah, they got swatted. They got Nick. This is where it gets crazy.
It wasn't even swatted. You guys, a judge signed a fucking warrant for him to go into there. It was an Airbnb, right?
Yeah.
No knock raid.
Wait. They got a warrant for that?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. You can't just enter our house with a warrant.
It shouldn't have been a no knock.
No, they knocked on the door. They knocked. They said it was a knock. Yeah.
Oh, okay, it was.
Yeah, no, they knocked like American Fork Police. Like I think they opened the door for us. So
they did.
We didn't get to open it. They opened it for us. Like American Fork Police, everyone outside, and then we walked outside and they pointed the guns at us. And but
that's still a Fourth Amendment violation.
Yeah, it was crazy.
The way that they carried it out, from what I saw in the video, personally, that's Fourth Amendment all day.
So what was the Fourth Amendment violation in the way they executed the warrant? That was that came 15 amendments later. Separate discussion.
Connor's like still mad.
Here's my question from the outside looking in. Did you get a copy of the affidavit for the search warrant?
Yeah, they gave it to me.
What were they looking for?
Stolen Legos is all. The only thing they were looking for was stolen Legos. It said.
So you guys have painted the picture that someone else stole Legos, and now they're executing a search warrant saying that you stole Legos.
Yeah. And the previous owner did tell me when I was on the phone with them, he's like, because he kept saying like, sue me, sue me, sue me. The whole video, he's like, please just sue me. Like, I'm begging for you to sue me. And finally, I'm like, okay, you know what? I will sue you. And he's like, well, if you sue me, I'm going to tell everyone that you stole the Legos.
Oh.
And I'm like, he's like, you stole them. He's like, you're the thief.
Right,
so that's entirely hinging on the word unreasonable. Unreasonable search and seizure.
100%. So I mentioned the Fourth Amendment violation. At that point, you're being targeted.
And this is why too. So whenever you guys got pulled over for quote unquote running a stop sign, they go up to the door and immediately look in the back window and it's like, hey, what's up, Ben?
Yeah,
how's Oregon?
How's Utah?
Or Utah? How's Utah?
I don't really know that type of stuff. We were kind of just going with the flow, you know. They're like, oh, the cops said we had heroin. We don't have heroin. We'll just tell them that. We'll be respectful. Like we weren't like I've always been taught like if you're respectful to cops, they'll be respectful back, you know. So we were just like, oh, we'll show them respect, you know, and then we were not getting respect back at all. But
that was a fucked up traffic stop. I remember seeing that one. Like even if they thought you were antagonizing like someone in their community, that was a fucked up traffic stop. Because especially talking to your boy, Tyler, is that his name? Mm-hmm. And they're like, we think your eyes are this or this. That was
and like we weren't like trying to be dicks like, oh, I don't consent to search. Like we were like, yeah, we can do all your drug tests and stuff. Like we were trying to cooperate with them, you know. And
Tyler says you can test me right now for anything.
They did, yeah. They breathalyzed us. It showed up as 0.0 and we did all the tests.
2 hours.
Yeah.
We weren't trying to be smart with them or anything.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was unreasonable search and seizure.
They were looking for atoms at that point.
Yeah.
Here's another question, and I kind of saw this like in some of the commentary on some of the content. Are you guys suing the police department?
Probably. I do feel a little bad because it's like, so if I sue the police department, it doesn't come out of the police department's budget. It comes out of the taxpayer, like the innocent taxpayers. So it's like, why am I entitled to these innocent taxpayers' money? You know, it's like stupid.
Do you know that I will just before?
But it teaches the police a lesson. So it's like, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it yet. That's just like the pros and cons. So the pros is it teaches the police a lesson. Maybe they won't do this going forward because there's been lots of stories coming out since this of like people be like, oh, the American Fork Police has harassed me. They've like ruined my life and stuff. So if it teaches them a lesson, that's good. But if it like steals a bunch of money from like the innocent taxpayers, that's bad. So it's like,
well, it's automatically. I just want to put this out there. I have not said the name of this police department. I am not affiliated with this case. I'm on the outside looking in. I just offering some advice. But as far as like, so police departments and a lot of agencies, accredited agencies, are insured to a certain extent, specifically for cases like civil cases, like a lawsuit against them. And I may or may not have been a part of a case during the Floyd riots, and it's money that's already allocated, it's already spoken for. But I think that based on what I saw, you have ground to stand on.
So what you're saying is there should be money already available for situations.
I'm not
like
going to say that there should be, but there could be.
But awesome. Again, you are going to win even my heart by saying, hey, I don't want the taxpayers, the people to suffer because of this. Yes, I want a lesson to be learned, but
so maybe we do something where we like use all the money from the lawsuit to like help the community in some way. You know what I mean? So it's like, it still teaches them a lesson, but then the taxpayers.
It's never bad to give back to the community, dude. And I've that's something that I've always had the mindset of, because I've benefited from people giving back to a certain community. So it's like there's you've got nothing to lose from doing that, but at the same time you want to make sure like what you're doing, like and I've seen the videos. Like I said, you're doing the research to an extent. There's still things that are kind of a gray area, but as far as giving back, I think that's the best case scenario.
Yeah, we sue American Fork Police, and then we use it to help the so it's like, oh, like it comes out of the taxpayers' money, but it's going back to the taxpayers, you know? I don't know. It would be funny to like sue the police department and then like use it for like some epic stunt on Bricks Minifigs.
That sounds like the best case. Yeah.
And then we're like, the police department funded this epic final stunt against Bricks and Minifigs. It can be funny.
Well, you were, even when we talked for the first time, you're so respectful. You're like, man, I'm really pro police. So that was the most shocking thing to you.
Yeah, because I've always like every interaction I've had with the police before like this video, I guess like a few other videos maybe like we've had some like weird interactions, but like my whole life I've had a lot of interactions with the police, and it's always been like really positive, you know. And I've never had a bad interaction with police besides like the last like few years of making videos. But yeah, it's really shocking because I've always heard of like, oh, police corruption, like police are dicks and stuff, and I've been like, you know. But now I've finally like seen an example of that, which is crazy.
I'd say out of like probably in my life, I don't know, let's say 20 interactions with police, like maybe 2 were like bad or unwarranted.
But yeah, I would say like 95% of my interactions with the police are always positive.
What are your interactions with police
Cody's interactions?
I think it's probably because of, you know, like this, you know what I mean?
Boy.
Can we bring in
the swatch? If we want to do the paint swatch here, like
it's called privilege and it does exist.
Yeah. No, I definitely have white privilege for sure.
Why did you laugh at that?
I had a poor interaction with police one time.
With Brandon?
I was gonna say no. We've had multiple bad interactions. I'm just saying, like on a ratio wise.
Oh no, it's like. We hardly ever have bad interactions with police.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I've had a couple. Like, I've had a couple in my life, but like, usually it's fairly, like, it's reasonable.
Yeah,
but we looked it up, and all the police officers are Mormon. The CEO Mormon, the 2 business owners Mormon. So
Mountain Jews,
and when
and Eamon McNeff's lawyers, all 3 of them are Mormon as well.
In the unredacted body cam footage, so they redacted this from us getting it, but they accidentally leaked this footage. And every single time they call the cops, they're always like, "Hello, I'm Josh with like the Harper Ward. I'm on the board of like the Mormon community like committee, you know." And he always, the first thing he just is constantly talking about how high up of a Mormon he is, you know. And,
little nepotism, just sliding it in there.
Yeah, like I'm I couldn't make it to this high of a rank if I was untrustworthy. So you might as well take my word for it. So I don't think it's Mormon corruption, but I think they see him as a Mormon, like high up Mormon person. Yeah, and they're like, well, if someone's like this high up on the board, like they wouldn't put someone on the board of Mormonism if he was a liar, you know. Sure. Also, when I lived in a cult for like 3 weeks.
Wait, what cult?
It's called the 12 Tribes.
Is that is that the West Coast 12 Tribes?
It's all over the world. Actually, they have them in Australia. They have them it's originally from Tennessee, is where it originated in. So they take the Bible. They believe in the same Bible Christians believe in, but they take it. It's such a literal, weird way. Like they think that they have to get 144,000 virgins to all commit sin.
Okay, so hear me out. When you point out the number 144,000, it sounds to me like Mormons.
Maybe, I don't know, but that's what they believe. It's 144,000.
Why would they want 144?
That's a very specific number.
Why do they want them to commit?
Because it brings back the second coming of Jesus, and then the world gets saved. And they believe that
Where'd that number come from?
They told me straight up.
Joseph Smith.
They straight up told me, black people, the day that
the descendants of Cain.
Yeah,
this is Mormon.
But no, 12 Tribes is worse. They straight up told me. They said
okay.
They said
I'm about to drop some lore on y'all. Sorry.
They said that America was great until Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, and once black people came into America, that's when America started going downhill because of black sin.
Wait, this does sound. I thought this was.
This sounds like Mormonism.
I heard this yesterday. I thought this was Mormonism.
So I might have talked to you a bit about
Mormonism.
You
told me,
and not being.
This is really because even Adam and Eve came from Indiana. The Garden of Eden is Indiana
in the continental United States. So there's a benefit to being what they call white and delightsome. I read this on the internet.
The 12th. What is it?
But also
the 12 tribes.
Wait, what does that
Eli,
mean?
Look up Executive Order 44 from Missouri. I say Missouri. I say Missouri because that's what Missourians say. I'm not a Missourian, but one of my closest friends
say it like that.
Sergeant Major Nick was a Missourian. But Executive Order 44. So in the Battle of Crooked River or Crooked River, I think it was.
Order 44.
Yes. There's. I'm not going to go into it, but a lot of the issues between
where at Battle Order 44.
No. It's the Battle of Crooked River.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But there's a lot of the Joseph Smith believing Mormons that fall in line with that, and that 144,000 is a very specific number.
Skirmish between Mormon Latter-day Saints forces and Missouri State militia during the 1838 Mormon War. That's why I said watch Primeval. Mormon community was not happy that series came out because that shows
a lot.
And that is a depressing ass show. Great, fantastic, but it shows what they did and how they took Utah to the degree that they did. It's
someone told me yesterday, it might have been you. They killed a lot of people.
Dude, they were fighting the U.S. military.
It's been a common theme, dating back to the Battle of Crooked River. I can't speak with expertise on it, but during my time in Utah, out at Camp Williams, shout out to Camp Williams. I learned a lot when I was out there, and it just, dude, the fact that you how long did you spend in this cult?
3 weeks.
How?
I don't know. It was just like, hey, let's just go until we hit our spyglasses, you know?
Yeah.
And they just kept telling us great. I was like, okay, this is what my thinking was. It was like, okay, each day kept getting crazier than the previous day, and they would tell us more and more stuff. So I was like, okay, we'll just keep going until Dave's calling.
Danny,
it's the guy I infiltrated.
Oh, he's actually went into the cult.
Yeah. Wait, Dave?
Yeah, you wanna put him on? Wait. So you were in the 12 Tribes too?
Yeah, dude. Well, actually, this is how I got into working with Ben. I took my ex-girlfriend to a restaurant on a date, and it ended up being a cult. And me and Ben were friends, but we weren't as close as we are now. But I was after I'm dude, this Ben infiltrates Scientology. I should give Ben a video idea. And so I called Ben and I'm like, hey, dude, I have a cult for you to infiltrate. And he goes, we're doing it together. Changed my whole life, my whole career. I learned so much from Ben. And Ben's the freaking GOAT, dude.
I love that. Hey, W. Ben.
Trust in Ben. People are freaking out with what's happening with the mystery company right now.
Oh, you can say it now. We good. Us.
This is getting released after the TRO, but
okay. With Bricks and Minifigs, people are freaking out. It's they don't know Ben like I do. He always wins. It might look bad right now, but he always figures it out. That's just Ben for you. He's he's smarter than you. He's always one step ahead of you. It's like unbelievable working with Ben. He literally figures all of it out.
No, I know it's crazy.
Ben, I love Ben so much. And that's why I tried to FaceTime, because I just wanted to catch up with you guys because I miss you.
Let me see what this guy looks like.
Yeah.
Let me go see his face. Hey, yeah, dude, this
He's
guy
an
surfs.
attractive dude.
This guy
Dog.
surfs for sure.
Surf, bro.
Surf, dude.
You're you guys look like you all hang out. I will say that. Like I look at like a military dude, like and then you three though, perfect.
That's so funny. You know, it's really funny. I told Danny this the other day. We were at an event. It was just Shirley's birthday, and this guy comes up to me and he sees my shirt. It's like Bricks and Minifigs. He's like, "Oh, I've been seeing that around. Doesn't a guy?" He's making the video on it. Danny Burke, right?
Dude, so yesterday we went to brunch and we saw Bricks and Minifigs, and I was like,
Really?
let's go.
So
There's one right across the street.
Yeah.
Let me call you after
I can't
that,
go.
all right?
Okay, see you, Danny.
All right, thanks. All right, deuces, dude.
Love you, bro.
But yeah,
So
basically we're in there, and I just was telling Danny, I was like, whatever, like it gets like not as exciting as the previous day. Then like once it starts going downhill in excitement, then we'll escape, you know. And then they end up catching our spyglasses after 3 weeks, but yeah. And then it was really weird. And then we took over the restaurant. We legally own their store now. We found a loophole in their LLC to make ourselves legally owners. Then we overthrew them. We outvoted them.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Can you just go get the Legos at that point?
Oh no, this was for a different cult.
Yellow Deli.
I say different cult. Wait, this is Bricks Minifigs.
They have a restaurant called the Yellow Deli, and we legally.
What kind of food is it? Is it just like?
Oh, it's amazing! It's so good. They like farm it themselves. It's like you can taste the children's tears from the child slave labor that made it.
Slave labor is a thing.
It tastes so good though.
Dude, this is not Hereditary. What's the other movie he made?
Midsummer. It's just like Midsummer,
dude,
yeah.
Like this is the wiki picture of it. I'm like, oh, it is.
Yeah, they all stand in a
Midsummer.
circle and they go like, yeah, and they like hold hands, and they chant and like run
Can't
around
relate.
circle and
Can't relate.
no, it's just like Midsummer, yeah.
Ugh, I hate cords. Oh, don't get me started with the different connections. USB-C, Lightning, the other ones. It should be illegal, but thanks to Ridge Power Bank, it solves all your problems. Ridge's 5-in-1 travel power bank has built-in cables. Wow. Oh, look, built-in cables. Also, it can do this. Oh, look, I am charging my phone now. And with Father's Day right around the corner, you could surprise them. I hope Ryden gets me an extra one. Show your Ridge power bank off to the camera. Do not read. They do have 20 watts of power and 10,000 milliamps. I might get is it milliamps? MAH. All I know is you get 3 full charges in your pocket. And again, it connects to the back of your phone. Bah! We do use these when we travel now or just on the go, just because it is super small. And usually the power banks are giant and they charge slow, which is a whole bunch of different problems. But this little guy, this works wonders. And like everything Ridge makes, it comes with a 99-day free trial, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. For a limited time, get up to 40% off during Ridge's Father's Day sale. Don't miss on one of the biggest discounts all year. Just head to ridge.com/unsub and you are all set. After you purchase, they're going to ask you, hey, where did you hear about us? Tell them Unsub sends their regards. But one thing I do want to ask with the cult stuff, what was something you noticed where it's like, oh, this is how they indoctrinate? Like, because there had to be something that you took away from that when it started to shift for you.
What do you mean by indoctrinate? Like
you start believing it.
So I think a lot of cults take advantage of how the human brain works, which is kind of just like the more you say something, the more true it becomes to you, even if it's a lie. So if you say a lie over and over and over, you start to actually believe it's true because your brain, that's just how our brains work. Like, oh, if I hear it that much, like it just gets rewired, and you're literally rewiring your brain. So they do crazy things like in Scientology, for example, I had to repeat this fake story over and over. It was like a 30-second story that I repeated over for 9 hours with no breaks.
And they would change one small aspect of the story and tell him to say it again with that small aspect.
And so I start with a true
changed.
story and it turns into a false story. You never notice what the change, you know? I kind of like to describe it as like the Instagram stories where they wear a shirt, you know, they start talking, or like an Instagram video and they're like, I bet you didn't notice, but my shirt changed color. And it's just slowly changing colors throughout the whole Instagram reel. And so you never actually notice the change because it changes so slowly, you know? And then if you rewatch it again, you're like, oh, well, that's a completely different shirt now that I like see it, you know? So I think it's
your brain
kind of
feels it. I
yeah.
don't think a lot of people realize how much information your brain will just automatically fill in. It's no difference than eyes shifting and then how you focus on one single part. It fucks up the human face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
We try to,
Tell me if this is true for you, though. I think that you don't get sucked into that world because you stay top of mind and you're cognizant of the tricks and the things that they do so that you don't let that infiltrate your thinking.
It still happens, though, even to me. Right? Yeah, I mean, it still happens to me, too. Like, when I lived in the cult, I remember thinking, and this is kind of like why I brought the cult up in the first place, was I was like, I started to kind of believe their missions, too. Like, I'm here on this farm. Like my mission is to like get these 144,000 virgins, you know, like we
did not believe that.
Well,
wait, hold on. It's not 144,000 virgins because you're marrying the two between Islam and Mormonism.
That's what they called it. They said
144,000 virgins.
That's what they said. Yeah, we need 144,000 virgins to bring the second coming of Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
12 tribes.
12 tribes. All right, we're
that's crazy.
But yeah, no, I started to believe like, dude, like I mean, not for real, but like I really started to feel like, wow, like my life purpose, I gotta like be on this farm and I gotta. I remember because we did the whole thing where like Lydia was like my
12, is it 12
fiance,
tribes of Israel?
It's called the 12 tribes.
And one thing too,
it's the book of Revelation. So this is 144,000 virgins, or originates from the Bible's book of Revelation. Yeah, chapters 4 and 14.
They take a very weird interpretation. They have a very, very strange interpretation of the Bible. They take that quote literally, and they're like, "We need to get 144,000 virgins, commit and bring back the second coming of Jesus."
That sounds like what is it? Heaven's Gate. That was Hail Bob in the '90s. Do you remember that?
Hail Bob comment. We're actually Haley Bob comment. So I will just to piggyback off of what you were saying. It is part of the Jehovah's Witness with the 12 tribes. But it is 144,000 individuals, 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes of Israel.
Who are from sealed, the book of Revelation.
Yep. Who are sealed by God. They are described as men who have not been defiled themselves with women. So exactly what you're talking about. Yep. So that's, I mean, it's fucking spot on
there's
on
a
that.
difference.
I'm sorry. I did not anticipate it going in this direction. You have obviously caught me off guard, and I am amazed. I cannot wait to see what content is afoot. What content comes about.
We got 12 videos that are, I think, equally as crazy as the Lego video. I think it's insane.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, dude.
I don't know about equally. There's some that's really, really, really crazy, like insane. Like there's one that makes Epstein look like a children's book.
Oh my gosh.
Like this is the video that you're working on with that is insane. Like we have there's one person on the inside that's like been an assistant for a decade to the person that's part of a sex cult.
Oh wow. Jesus.
So she's giving a lot of insider information on things. She's got
the world's biggest.
Evidence,
like $3 billion,
evidence of things. Like it's insane.
It's a lot.
Rape a bunch of like 9-year-olds. It's really sad.
That's the stuff. Whatever we can help, especially when you move into that, and however we can help. And I told you guys, our other buddy that does that for a fucking. He's well connected and can help with that, and he will help you guys tremendously. So I'll link you guys up because.
Yeah, okay.
No, seriously, we should like jump on a call with him too. That'd be sick.
He's done a lot of the cool guys. Like he's well connected, but that's the fight he fights. That's what he does now. So
that's awesome.
At this point now, we're like, well, we've attempted to have our good faith conversation. We did what the court told us to do. They did not want to have that conversation with us. We will now sue them. And to sue them, they sent us a link. They said, you have to serve these court papers to Josh in person. It has to be someone over the age of 18, someone that's not affiliated with the case, and someone that's not an attorney for the case. And we're like, okay. So I just found someone from Instagram, met up with them, and I'm like, hey, you want to help me serve papers? They're like, sure. And we met up, and we went to Josh's house to serve him the papers. And we like but like obviously Josh was never gonna like open the door for anyone. Like he wouldn't even open the door for the Mormon kid like the previous day. So we're like, shoot, like we're gonna have to come up with some type of way to get him outside his house. So we put a sign that says like I stole a family's life savings or something. Like I stole a dying man's life savings, and it was a picture of him like all evil, like holding money, you know, with like the family crying in the background. But we put it on a piece of public land not owned by the HOA, so it's free for anyone to use. And we looked it up. We found this patch of, it's like a 2-foot patch of land. It's like, because all of the grass is like super like nicely like mowed and stuff. And this is just like a bunch of like garbage and like gravel and stuff. It's just like not maintained at all by the HOA. So it's just public. So we have a First Amendment right. We were allowed to put our sign there. And the thinking was when he walks outside to take down the sign, boom, you've been served. Let's go to court and we get the money back, you know? But pretty much within like 2 minutes of us being there, the cops show up. And they're like, well, first, actually, they were really cool. They were like, hey, we're here to serve him papers. And they're like, as a United States citizen, you have the right to do that. And we said, we are not going on his property. We're waiting until he comes into the street. Once he comes to the street, then we will serve him papers. We'll never enter his property. And the police say, as long as that's your plan, you are fine to do that. Just don't go on his property and you're fine. And the sign is in a public area. You guys have a First Amendment right. You guys can do that. And we said, sweet. So the cop left. And 10 minutes later, another cop comes. And same thing happens. Oh, okay, you guys are good. I guess it's a false reason. Let's leave. 10 minutes later, a third cop comes. And this time he's like, well, it's kind of wasting police resources this time. Let me
tell him to stop calling.
Well, he said, he actually came up with a solution. He said, I will serve the papers for you. So the police officer, he's going to serve the papers. And the police officer walks up to him and then comes back like 15 minutes later. And he's like, he doesn't want your papers. And we're like, what? Like, all you have to do is just say you've been served and drop that. We're like, that's literally all you have to do. Like, he doesn't even have to accept them. You just say you've been served, but you have to say you've been served. If you don't say that, it doesn't count. But anyways, so he's like, okay, like all this stuff. Like, they're like, well, we technically can't arrest you because you're on public street. You're not doing anything illegal. So they leave. Boom, cops come back again like 20 minutes later. And they're like, let's see these papers. Like, we just have to verify this is real. Otherwise, this could be stalking. You know, if you guys are... Because I think they thought... Which I guess I can see their point of view. Like, if these were fake papers and we're just stalking him, then maybe this is messed up of what we're doing, you know? So they're like, we just have to verify these papers really quick. And we're like, okay, fair enough. So they call the court. The court says, yep, these are real papers. And he's like, so these papers still have to be served. And they're like, yes, they have not been served yet. We need to serve these. So like, okay. And then they come and arrest me. And
they talked for 5 minutes. They muted their
they talked for 5 minutes.
And then they arrested you after that for whatever reason.
That's what they muted when you got the FOIA.
The chief of police made a public, like they did a press release after the fact. And in the press release, they said, well, we had to arrest Ben because the papers have already, because in my video, I said that, that the papers were already that it was real. So we verified that in the video. So the chief of police makes a press statement saying, we verified that it was real court papers, but they've already been served and they're just recreating this to harass the victim. And that's why we had to arrest him. But in the body cam footage, which I think was redacted, that got released in the unredactions when they accidentally released their stuff, you can see him say, like, these stuff to be served? And he says, yes. And so the chief of police was just lying in order to arrest me. And it's verifiable. Like, you can verify it online with all the footage that these papers still had to be served. They're lying just to come up with some excuse to arrest me. And then one of the people that showed up, they tried seizing his phone. So he locks his phone before giving it to the police officers because his wallet was like up or something. I guess like Apple Pay was up or something. So he just locks his phone, gives it to the police officer, and they arrest him for obstruction of evidence for locking his phone. They're like, you're destroying evidence by locking your phone.
That was up. That one, it was a sergeant, wasn't it? Yeah. It was a little bit overzealous. Like, grabbed the fucking phone from him.
Yeah. And they arrest him for obstruction of evidence. And then they take the sign and we're like, what the heck? And then literally an hour later, we get SWAT. Like, I'm calling the police to try and bail that guy out. His name's Sheldon. And like literally immediately, like right when I hang up the phone with the police station, we get swatted. And I'm like, what the heck is happening now? Like, this is insane. And we find out later it's because they had a search warrant for stolen Legos on us. And every single person gets arrested. And there were just some people there that were like, I just posted on my Instagram story. I'm like, hey, anyone want to help out with this video? And they didn't even know what was going on. They just showed up as fans.
And they were being a little
search,
bit extra.
Search warrant for where?
For our Airbnb.
Okay, yeah.
And they're being a bit extra on you whenever they got your hand behind your back. Because like they were saying like he was like making rigid movements, but if you play it in slow motion, he's just standing there. And they're like, get your hand behind.
Well, so what happened is, in the unredacted footage, you can see it. So I'm filming on my phone, and I'm filming just to get audio, not like visual. So I'm just holding my phone like by my side. But the police officer takes my phone, and once he sees I'm filming, then that's when he does so I think he was like punishing me for filming, and I just had a ski accident like 3 days before this, like really bad, my shoulder dislocated.
Oh shit.
And it like really hurt, like my shoulder kind of like popped out and popped back in for a second. And he did all of that to me just because I guess I was filming, which is my legal right, like I'm allowed to film them. And I wasn't being like, oh, I'm filming, like being a dick about it. I was just like, my phone was just like on my side, just recording audio just in case they did something messed up,
It is like, I will verify that. It is down by your side.
Yeah.
I mean, King Picture, I've seen it too. It's here on the side recording.
Yeah, I'm not like being in their face like those First Amendment auditors, like, like how they're like dicks about it when they do it.
And he changed the story of, oh, well, I felt you flexing. He wasn't even touching you at that point. So he had a lie going into this. It's like, oh, I grabbed his arm because I felt him tighten up.
That was in the press release. Yeah, he's like, he felt the flex, but he goes like, oh, and like does it right. So it's like, how could he feel me flex if he hasn't even touched me yet? Like,
also, even if I did flex and you scare the shit out of me, I feel like that's a normal reaction.
It's because he saw your muscles just rippling.
As a cop, I don't think you're allowed to do 2 for flinching. Like, as a cop, what the fuck are we talking about?
It's crazy. Like, even some of my fans got arrested, and they just showed up as like. Like, I didn't even know what I was filming yet. I was just like, hey, I'm filming a video and you tell anyone want to show up. And some people just showed up to the Airbnb. They didn't even know what was going on. And they got arrested. And they're like, what's even happening? And I felt really bad, like so bad for them. Yeah, one of the fans, he's not Mormon, but he's married to a Mormon. And she was like, didn't talk to him for like 3 days because the family and like, his like wife's like family was like, we know you're a criminal, like you got arrested and stuff, and like the wife wouldn't talk to him. Like she moved out of the house back in with her family, and all because he just wanted to like hang out with this YouTuber who we thought was cool. He didn't even do anything, and it's crazy. Utah's crazy. It's insane.
Hey, you ever just wake up and felt like your mattress sucks and it beat your ass, punched you in the face?
That's crazy. Does the mattress also f your mom? You ever wake up feeling like you slept in a swamp because of your disgusting, nasty ball sweat? I see most of you on Reddit, so I know you have.
Time to break up with that mattress.
Get divorced from your mattress. Get a ghost bed.
That hoe.
You're worth more. You're so strong.
Well, guess what? GHOSTBED just launched their new mattress line.
It's designed to keep you cool, supported in all the right areas, if you catch my drift, you giant hog, and help you get sleep.
These beds are built with its patented cooling technology, Brandon.
So you can keep your giant hog cool.
Did you know they're built to last?
That's right, none of that drip in a year nonsense. Every mattress has a 20 or 25-year warranty. That means if I bought one today, it will outlive me before the warranty expires. I don't have much time left!
Especially with as much as you smoke.
Way to make it real, Brandon.
Plus 101 night sleep trial.
Don't love it? Send that shit back!
101 nights, that's 3 months risk-free.
They got the full setup!
Adjustable bases and pillows.
Buttery soft sheets. Buttery.
And even better, you can get 10% off site-wide when you go to ghostbed.com/unsubscribe and use code unsubscribe.
And that's on top of their everyday deals of mattresses, adjustable bases, and pillows already being up to 50% off. Come on, guys, what are we doing? What are we doing? Why aren't you going and using code unsubscribe?
Hey, go use code unsub.
What's happening? What's going on?
That's ghostbed.com/unsubscribe. Use code unsubscribe.
Sleep better. Stay cooler.
This is a threat.
This is going to be a question for you, Kingsley. It's how would you have reacted with the release of the uncensored police footage? Because it was censored when you guys got redacted, and then it comes out and it does not look good. That's one of those things where I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
So after diving into it just a day or so ago, I don't like it. I don't like it. The even when you were waiting with the process server to serve the paperwork, and you're considered a suspicious vehicle, from my lived experience, if there's a suspicious vehicle and they say from that first call and they say, we're here to serve paperwork, You make a note. It's a CAD note. It's, hey, they're here for this, ABC, XYZ. That's that. The second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time that gets called in, you refer to that first CAD note. They're there to serve such and such. We are not stepping into a civil matter. Mm-hmm. We are not involving ourselves in a civil matter. If they're here with a process server, with processes to be served, at that point, you're left alone.
And then once they confirm, because you got arrested after they confirmed it was a real, actual case.
That's not only that, but it was a real case that had yet to be served.
And they confirmed it over the radio because they have them on.
He said, so we still have to serve this.
So also with that, what jurisdiction does a law enforcement officer have over a civil case? I'm going to answer that question for you. None. So once you determine it's a civil case, they're here to serve civil paperwork.
That's why I told that to them, and the police's response to me was that we'll then handle it civilly then.
That's
and I said,
what
well,
you
that's
were
why
doing.
I'm here. This is the civil method. He said,
you were there, you were present,
and they were violating
the trespass order.
They're like, and you need a process
with a process server.
So I said
at that point,
I said
you're protected, dude.
I said this is the civil method. And they said, okay, well then just take him to court. I said, well, this is how I take him to court. Like I have to serve him, or else I can't take. They're like, okay, well then just do it civilly. This is a civil method. Like what?
Because you got arrested. What did they arrest you for that day?
Stalking and residential picketing.
This is after the fifth one, and you haven't moved your position at all, right?
We were in that. We did not move. We did not get out of the car. We did not do anything.
I don't want you to incriminate yourself, but with stalking, there's a certain legal standard.
It has to be more than one occurrence.
Had you reached out at all at that point, if you don't mind answering?
Yes, I tried to have a good faith conversation with him, which was required by the court.
Okay, good faith is required. So for your good faith, was it a phone call or text message?
I tried calling him. He didn't answer. So I was going to go to his house, and that's when the police pulled us over before we got to his house. Okay. And they said, hey, are you Ben?
So there's two attempts.
I didn't even make it to his house yet.
There's two attempts at good faith. Had there been any... I know the answer to this. Had there been any threats?
We showed a Mormon... a video of him saying he swears
to God.
It
was one of the elders from the church, which that guy's tie was too long. It was way past his belt line. Yes. His tie was too... I watched that. I was like, this dude, what is this dude doing? He's an elder in the church and his tie is too long. Like, I don't trust that guy. So outside of that, so you made a phone call, or excuse me, you attempted to go to the residence.
And we did the thing with the rubber ducks. So we sent Tyler to his house to do the UPS thing. It said he had to do the chicken dance and stuff. Mm-hmm. It was gonna be a thing for part 3 or part 4, but then the American Fork basically spoiled everything for us.
So what was for the?
It was basically just the same joke.
I personally don't see where stalking comes into play at that point.
Well, so they said it was because
it was more than one attempt.
Because he was in fear for his life. However, what the Utah stalking code states is that it would cause a reasonable person to be in fear for their life, to be scared.
So technically, he would be right.
Which means if you haven't made threats, a reasonable person is not going to feel threatened.
Again, you have him saying, "Hey, if you do these things, I will then give back said Legos," and then he turned it into, I didn't steal them. You stole them.
And I told the police officers, I was like, "Hey, if any reasonable person should be scared." I should be scared, I just got a 2-3 hour search of my car yesterday for heroin. He said I stole the Legos.
Did you consent to that search?
What?
Did you consent to that search? Did you at any point say...
We said no, we do not consent to a search. They said it doesn't matter, you've already been caught.
Already been caught. It's crazy.
Because the dog, yeah.
The dog hit on your car?
But what did the dog do?
I don't know. They walked around 5 times and then...
Wait.
So this is where you asked this.
I saw a lawyer say, why did the dog walk around 5 times? The first time it walks around, if it doesn't see anything, that should be done. But they walked around the car 5 times.
It's not sight, it's smell. But did they say that did they use that specific phrase, the dog hit on your car?
Probably, yeah.
What do you mean probably? I need it definitively.
I don't remember word for word, but they said the dog has found something in your car.
Because they said you have heroin,
and they told me the dog does not lie.
The dog does not lie. We're here for heroin. And what did they find?
Nothing. Because we didn't have anything. The guy's never had a drop of alcohol in his life.
Yeah, he's never even done weed
they
or
were like,
alcohol
you
or
can drug
anything.
test us, you can do whatever.
I'm gonna leave it at this. We're gonna paint a small picture. We're gonna appreciate it from a distance. If they say that the dog hit on your car, the dog found something,
and they said the dog does not lie.
And then how long? What was the amount of time they took to search your car?
Like 3 hours, right? Was it 2 or 3?
I think the whole interaction from start to finish was like 3 hours.
It doesn't take 3 hours to search your car.
It was maybe
the actual search.
I don't know.
So they used the verbiage.
They wouldn't let us see our phone, so they wouldn't let us have our phone on us.
Wait,
so
they took your phones because the dog hit on the car?
So I tried to. So this is what happened. I pull out my phone from my pocket.
I didn't know about, dude.
Yeah, I didn't know about this either.
I
did not know about this either.
I pull out my phone from my pocket. The guy said, "Hey, don't pull out your phone." I said, "Hey, I just want to film." He's like, "Hey, we have body cams going. We'll film everything." And then wait. And then it turns out the body cam footage was the audio was turned off, so he wasn't even recording.
Were you detained when they told you not to pull out your phone?
I don't know.
They didn't arrest you. You have a right
to film.
Did they say you are detained, or were you?
Probably,
placed?
yeah. We were probably detained.
You do not have a right of privacy.
Were you
cuffs?
pat down and placed in handcuffs?
No. We were not in handcuffs, but we had not been pat down yet. What?
They patted you down afterwards.
Yeah.
So okay, there. So no cuffs, patted down after the search.
So
hear me out. Hear me out.
Even after the search, I was not allowed to pull up my phone.
And was this a traffic stop?
No.
It was not a traffic stop.
Why did they stop you on this one? How did they?
I think it was because they were just suspicious. We were just in his neighborhood, and they just knew the car. And
so here's what needs to happen.
This is the thing where
they got called for heroin. That was the reason why they searched.
I don't know.
You and I need to talk after the cameras are done recording. Okay. There are certain things. I don't know if you're familiar with your Fourth Amendment. You're right. Regarding search and seizure.
Well, they were going to arrest me if I pulled out my phone. And
for what?
For pulling out my phone because we're going against.
Is it illegal to pull out your phone?
But it's illegal for me to disobey the police officer if he gives me an order.
Is it? If the police officer tells you that you don't have the First Amendment, is that legal?
But you got
to answer your question.
They're doing that right now. I have a TRO on me.
There's a lot of stuff that he's been.
All right,
so if I go out and talk about Bricks and Minifigs,
we need to have a discussion off camera about
If I go out and talk about Bricks and Minifigs, if I post a video about Bricks and Minifigs right now, I'm like, hey, they stole from an old person. I'm breaking my TRO. I think I have my First Amendment right to do that. I'm still going to get arrested.
Is this a Pepper Box exclusive?
No, this is going with the YouTube Big Put. Oh, but it's waited until all this. That's why we're. I just wanted the loops closed.
I thought doing the GoFundMe was my First Amendment right. I got arrested for making the GoFundMe. I thought that was the First Amendment right.
Yeah, so I'm saying when you
get arrested, here's I would challenge you this: when you get arrested, ask for the paperwork. It is your right to have the exact code section, the exact law that you've been arrested for, and everything that. Ask for the paperwork, FOIA, the police report, get all of the documentation.
Oh, we have everything, yeah.
Yes, get all the documentation you can. Because dude, I'm not going to say that I'm entitled to part of your settlement, but
but he's already got the paperwork. So.
Yeah, no. Gosh, man. Okay.
From your standpoint, even I like pro-military, pro-police. I am very big. I love America. Like that's my country. Mm-hmm. I think government. I have my problem with that.
Well, part of being pro-police is getting rid of the bad ones, right?
And that's what I was going to talk about. Is even from your line, I think there is a mass majority are amazing individuals.
Agreed.
But it is the bad ones and why good ones hate it because it's like you motherfuckers. Yeah. Now you have thrown us all under the bus.
Yeah. It sounds like there's a lot that. So your approach, not necessarily, and I'm not saying this to slander you, but not knowing your rights and not knowing, like, for me, when I was younger, before I went into law enforcement, not knowing the law, not knowing the standard, not knowing, hey, if a cop tells me to do something, I have to do it. At the same time, I'm a constitutional absolutist. So having that in mind, it sounds like there's a lot of things that you and I need to discuss because there's a lot of things that they've said and done. I don't want to say definitively that they're violating your Fourth Amendment, but allegedly, based on what we've discussed, it sounds like a Fourth Amendment violation. It sounds like that.
That was the crazy part earlier. You were showing me some of the it wasn't a swatting, to be fair. Like it's not a swatting.
Yeah, sorry.
It's like just an actual raid, but like it seemed very aggressive.
And they heard it. So the Airbnb host somehow said, "We heard you."
That's what it says in the report. Yeah, is that the Airbnb host is the one that snitched on us?
Do they live above you?
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, they stole Legos."
But that seems
Maybe,
so
I don't
weird.
know.
Why would they?
No, trust me.
Care about that? You
I don't
what
know.
mean?
That's
They
what it
call
says
the
in the
cops and
report,
like, oh,
yeah.
they're gonna steal some Lego because
would
this
not-
wasn't even out.
Were
you
you-
didn't
were
post
you-
any videos at this point.
So they lived
about it.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Were you guys out on the patio ripping cigs and beers and talking about Legos?
We weren't drinking or anything. I mean, we
Okay.
had like 6 people over, and we were like, okay, what's this? We were probably talking about stolen Legos. Yeah, but
That's what they probably overheard was like talking about
Yeah.
stolen Lego, and they're like, they're scheming.
Calling and getting
Anywhere-
a warrant's wild.
Anywhere in the country, if you called in, like, hey, there's some stolen Legos here potentially,
Get
they're not
everybody on
showing
there.
up with 12 cruisers and AR-15s.
Call
that's
Judge
not
Dredd.
happening.
That's not why someone could build. You can't build a warrant off of that.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they
you,
did in this
can't
case.
take that to a fucking judge.
I feel like that sounds like a knock and talk at best.
At best.
Like,
Hey, you guys good? Cool. Bye.
Yeah.
10-8, back in service.
But to have
I
a
would
warrant,
love-
is
I
that
would
crazy though? From your side, like having a warrant
If
built
that's
off of that.
the only thing that they were talking about Legos, but what's on the I would love to see the warrant. Do you guys have a copy of it?
yeah, it's public online. I think people found it, but yeah, it says like
where would you find it?
You could probably just Google it. I got a
guarantee,
copy, a physical copy when I put it in the video too. It's like in the video, but it says like we are looking for any stolen merchandise, specifically Lego merchandise. Is I think the exact wording.
This whole thing is it's wild.
That's what's crazy, like, watching it. That's why I
had
had
no clue until you sent me the videos, and just going through it. Just the one thing that stood out to me was when you were waiting to serve processes, and
Dude.
I mean, how many interactions was that? That was like what, four or five?
Yeah. Like four times.
And you got
before they
arrested on the
him.
last
Yeah.
one. That's what's like.
And what's
what the
And I
It
got
was
arrested
really
the
wild
second
is-
day too. Well, so
like-
then they finally arrested me the second day. So when they couldn't find any Legos in our house, I'm at the police station. They're interrogating me, and finally they said I'm getting arrested for the creation of the GoFundMe.
What?
Oh yeah, they switched it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but what's the charge?
the creation of the GoFundMe.
Yeah, no,
but
but
what's
I'm
the
saying
charge?
like
Oh,
what's the,
stalking. He said for blasting this person all over the internet. It's cyber stalking.
I've got to look at the state code for stalking because I know
Because-
it takes a
because
lot to get stalking.
We made the GoFundMe picture. The I stole a dying man's life savings. You know, that was the picture that we made for the GoFundMe.
That picture
So-
of him, did he share that photo online? Was that photo from the internet? Or was that like a private family photo?
I took his business photo and I added like him holding money in it.
He's already shared it.
Yeah.
He's already shared it.
But because I said that he stole a dying man's life savings, that's what I got arrested
That
for.
would still be like a
That's
civil,
still a civil
matter.
thing.
But if
though.
nothing
Yeah,
else,
no,
that's
it's cyber
defamation at
it's-
best.
Well, they
Yeah,
got me
yeah.
for cyber stalking because they said because you're blasting this guy's face over
Yeah, but
the
they have to
internet.
prove that you're seeking him out. And stalking is there's a high threshold to prove that you are actually seeking someone out and putting them in danger or making them to feel that they're in danger.
Especially since it seems like libel.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately that's
Which
it's
also
all
civil.
Oh
Yeah.
dang, it's gone. Holy shit! Yeah, I just read the warrant. It is literally just Legos.
Yeah, that's
What
all
the
they were
fuck?
looking
Stolen
for. Was,
merchandise, specifically Legos. Holy shit! Wait,
That's
let
it.
me get
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Sounds like we need
Can
to
you-
talk
can
to
you send
someone
that?
from American
Yeah.
Fork Police
Joe, did you
Department.
grab
Wait,
it?
read a little bit of it.
I'm trying to find it again. It just closed out really quick. God damn it, Eli. I'm
gonna get a phone call about
right
this.
Here. Okay, right here. So you have the affidavits. If we can go back. Oh, so we have in 4th District Court, all departments in and for Utah County, state of Utah. Affidavit for search warrant, state of Utah, blah, blah, blah.
So Ben, here's what you do. You get every physical copy of every affidavit, every warrant that you can, and you go into your notes on your phone and you turn it into a PDF and you save everything.
Oh, I have it all on my hard drive. I have
Yeah.
a whole folder just for
Yeah.
all the documents.
Save everything. No, have it on your phone. Have it on your phone. Have it readily accessible at all times. And just document everything.
Oh yeah.
Everything. Because I mean, honestly, like, and I've said it before, from the outside looking in, it's starting to look like targeting. And when they're, arresting you and hitting you with search warrants and everything else, just document it all and have it readily accessible.
And then affidavit believes the
Dang.
property or evidence described above is the evidence of the crime or crimes of 76-5-106.5. Stalking. The facts establish the grounds for insurance of a search warrant are. Wait, yeah, what is.
And I will say this: that search warrant was very poorly served from a tactical standpoint.
How would you do it?
Well, it'd be a little different.
Like
oh my
what?
God,
Like how?
I have numerous experience in assisting in the apprehension of violent suspects. So officer.
Well, he's explaining his credentials right now. So that's him explaining his credentials, and then now he's going into why he did this.
Did he talk about how high he was in the Mormon community?
Did he put his years of service? Normally they'll put their years of service.
Okay, so he's going after harassment detail. That's understandable. You're going to his church. You're going to his house.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. What? Okay, I'm not saying you were wrong or whatever. Fucking. But he was dispatched as a harassment detail. Benjamin was arrested days prior for stalking the victim in the case. For any incident, I found 4 individuals outside the residence who were hanging a sign that depicted the victim's face with words next to it that said, "I stole a dying man's life savings." It's in the report. The reporting party reported that they had
Which is
arrived
true.
in a black Chevy Malibu. Blah, blah, blah. I made contact
Malibu.
Contact one of the individuals, asked him what was going on. One of the males told me that he was supporting a website called GoFundMe and elected to show me his phone. So he surrendered the phone. While looking at the phone, I noticed he was FaceTiming a person whose contact info stated Ben. I asked the male if he was speaking with Ben Schneider or his alias via YouTube, Reckless Ben. He confirmed Ben was who was on the phone. Due to the previous case regarding Benjamin, I knew that he had been arrested for stalking, and it appeared he was having these 4 individuals go to the victim's residence on his behalf to continue the harassment. I advised the male of his Miranda rights and informed him that I intended to seize his phone for evidentiary purposes. This male was transported to the American Fork Police Department. So that's when they took his phone. And
Yeah.
I want to see the warrant for the going into the Airbnb.
Do you happen to know your distance? Your distance from the residence?
We were in the same neighborhood. Yeah, it's American Fork is like one small little neighborhood, so everyone just lives in this. So like if I just got a random Airbnb in American Fork, it just happened to be next to his house. One of the guys who's been helping me film for a couple years just happens to also live in American Fork, just neighbors with him. So everyone's just in that. That's why the cops would show up in 30 seconds because
they know
he makes a call and then the cop is literally there in 30 because it's just there's nowhere. It's just one neighborhood basically, you know.
The owner said there was stolen Legos.
Yeah,
because as
so
you're
funny.
saying, the warrant is stolen Legos, or specifically stolen Legos.
Well, that's what I said it for like the search part. It's like we are looking for this evidence, and it's like this is what we're searching for.
No, I see how it came together now. It's fucking reaching. They're fishing at this point.
Yeah, the one that Show just sent about how Benjamin Schneider lives in California. I am requesting that he be held until his court date as he poses a flight risk and has multiple open cases in 2 different counties involving harassment, stalking, and commercial obstruction.
Living in a different jurisdiction is not an immediate flight risk.
Right.
It's you can't go solely off of living in a different jurisdiction.
And this was before I was in Mexico too, so
Yeah.
Well, which he was there for a legitimate reason. It was for a slackline competition.
Yeah, we were there.
Which I'm. It's one of those things that's gone so far, and I at this point I'm afraid to ask. But what is slackline?
Oh, it's like a tightrope,
it's like tightroping, but you do
trampoline.
tricks on it.
I saw you doing flips on the internet.
Oh, so this is like circus shit.
Yeah, so it's like 30 feet in the air. There's like an airbag underneath us, and so you're like 30 feet in the air on like a tightrope, and we're doing like double backflips and stuff. It's crazy. Yeah, it was
Jesus.
sick.
I can see how they convinced a judge to go to your Airbnb from reading that, because it was started off as a harassment case.
Hop in the middle of me.
Sorry.
I just want to see old beautiful place.
I was just like reading that. It started off as a harassment case, which, okay. And then it went into the Airbnb owner heard you guys talking about stolen Legos, which you were talking about the case that has to do with them stealing Legos. And it all came together, And so the cops investigating it went to a judge, and they were like, hey, they're talking about stolen Legos. They're involved in this whole stalking, harassment case. Like, we need to just go figure out what happened. And that's where they got the search warrant signed off by a judge.
Here's what I don't understand about the case. Why did cops with rifles drawn show up?
Because it should have been like
that might just be their SOP for serving any high risk warrant or high level warrant, and it
high risk.
why would that be
considered
a
high
risk
warrant?
No,
What would be considered high risk?
Risk can apply to visibility. So if it's something to where Reckless Ben has a large YouTube following, because of the visibility, that can elevate it to a higher risk.
Why is that?
Genuinely,
I have no idea.
I don't know, and I can't.
Wouldn't it be the opposite if he has high visibility because then more eyeballs?
No. So when you have high visibility, you obviously have people who follow you, and so of the warrants that I've served, the higher risk warrants that I've served, it's someone who has a network, who has people who will blindly follow or just follow. It's that loyalty, and you don't know when you take that bad guy out of the house. There might be someone who sees that and doesn't like that, and then but ultimately, it appears that American Fork is a smaller PD, and this might not be something that they do frequently. And so for me, going from serving anywhere from 5 to 10 warrants, high risk warrants a month, this might be something they do quarterly. So when it's got this high visibility, they want to make sure that there's not some sort of loyalty to where now they're exposing themselves to unknown risk or anything that might follow.
They're just not used to this.
Yeah.
So I found out what the warrants were for. They said that I was threatening to burn the place down if they don't give the Legos. But basically, Ammon, the CEO, called the police after I was like, "Hey, can you please just give us the Legos back?" Ammon then calls the police and says, "Hey, Ben Schneider just told me if I don't give the Legos back right now, he's gonna burn down the building and kill everyone inside." And so that's what my warrant is for, I guess.
And that would be a felony on his side, right?
Yeah. So what do we do now?
That's like borderline terroristic threat.
Yeah, this is kind of like unreleased stuff.
No, but he's lying about it.
He said that I'm trying to bomb the building, shoot everyone inside, burn the building if we don't give the Legos back. Is what he said. I told that.
So that's where we're getting to like near swatting territory.
So what I did is I called the police department. I said, "Hey, I think this person is lying to you guys, making like fake threats in my name. He's lying about evidence and all this stuff. Can you guys do a criminal case on this and maybe get him in trouble for that, you know?" And the police said, "Okay, yeah, sweet." They did a whole police report on this. And then for 3 months, they ghosted me. And I keep calling them, like still to this day, like every week I call them and they just ghost me. I'm like, "Hey, how's the case?" I leave them a voice message. I'm like,
"Have you thought about getting a Mormon attorney?"
Yeah. I am getting one. One of the attorneys I have is Mormon, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He's not the one in charge, but he is one of the attorneys helping.
He's more like the face for it, just in case.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna fight fire with fire,
for sure.
Did the GoFundMe for the family that ever come to fruition?
Yeah, we raised the money in like 2 or 3 hours. No, I think it was like 12 hours. It was like 12 hours. 12 hours. 12 hours.
Okay, shit. They get it?
We got the money in 12 hours, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, now it's going crazy. I think it's over like $500,000 now.
The owner of, was it?
Owner of
the company.
Eamon McNeff.
No,
Brian Menzel.
On GoFundMe.
Yeah, Brian Menzel.
Yeah. He actually did a video saying like, "Hey, we were told to remove this."
That was Patreon.
Who
was the CEO of
Patreon?
Yeah.
Patreon.
He's the one that. Okay, that's what I was like. Who was the one that actually defended you guys because they were trying to get?
Yeah, that was awesome.
They did the same thing at GoFundMe, and GoFundMe got scared and took it down. And then and then all the GoFundMe people have been like reaching out to me, like the top people. So I have like all their contacts. So I just called them back, and I'm like, "Hey, like, why is the GoFundMe down?" They're like, "We got a cease and desist as it goes against the court order to have this GoFundMe up." And we kept talking for a long time, and it was like all night we were trying to negotiate of like how to get this back up. And finally, we came to a solution. We changed Bricks and Minifigs to the word mystery company. So now if you look at it, it says, Brian put his Legos in a mystery company, and he was never paid for them.
And that's all it took. And then it's like,
okay. Yeah, they're like, yeah. So we were like negotiating all night, and it was just that easy, I guess. And the next day it got put back up. So it was only down for like half a day. But
so I have a question for you that I think a lot of people are wanting to know. So Brian's GoFundMe is up to $500,000.
Jeez. Yeah.
The amount of money that was owed to him, after the store was taken over, was maybe what was it, 80 or 115, somewhere around there, right?
80 to 112,000.
80 to 112. We'll say under 110, 115K. So
we don't know. We have to go through all the paperwork and stuff still. We'll verify it with Lego experts.
Yeah. So Lego expert. Let's just say it's up to 115. Okay, 6 figures. Okay. So what happens to the excess money?
So right now we put it in a legal trust because what lawyers are saying is to get through a RICO case could be millions and millions of dollars. They say it could be millions of dollars. And so it's going into a legal trust. And also a legal trust, what Brian was saying is that Bricks and Minifigs is going to try and take the GoFundMe money, the Patreon money,
all of it.
They can get access to his bank account and just drain his bank account. They can, but if it's an illegal trust, they can't touch it.
Yep.
So it's an illegal trust, and hey, say you need some lawyers, then it comes out of the legal trust. After that, I don't know.
So all that money is going towards Brian and legal fees.
Yes.
Is it all for
and the rest stays in the legal
Brian's
trust.
legal fees, or is it any of it going to your legal fees or anything?
I'm not sure if Brian wants to. If he has some left over and wants to give some to us for our legal fees, I would appreciate it. But
it's gonna cost him a couple pennies.
I made that
helpful.
I made that GoFundMe for Brian. So I will say this: Brian doesn't want any more than what he is still owed for the Lego sets.
He's a good guy.
He just wants to break even. He doesn't want 1 penny more. So,
and you don't want to, dude. What I love most, and it catches people off, is I do think of a lot of people. It's like, oh, he's trolling. So there's preconceived idea of you guys where it's like, oh, they're just around, but you guys actually care, and I don't think it comes off enough. I do think it does come off, but I don't think to the degree people would expect, because you guys really do care about the small guy, which is awesome and rare to see.
I understand it.
We wouldn't go this hard if we didn't care.
I understand it from like their perspective too. So whenever we go to these Bricks and Minifig stores, or when we make videos in general, people are thinking that we're just the typical like TikTok YouTubers. Like when you think about that as a blanket term, you're like, oh, you're just doing something crazy and outlandish for
which
like
most
for
people
views,
do, which is like 90% of the audience, like of content, like 90% of like Metaglass TikTokers do that, you know, and so. Like if they are like see someone coming in with these spyglasses and like causing chaos, they probably are like more like 9 times out of 10. If they say, oh, they're just doing it for likes and clicks, 9 times out of 10 they're right.
They think that we're trying to make someone mad just to make them mad.
Yeah, which
like,
is
kind
what
of like trolling in that sense.
Professional trolling.
Yeah, but like
that's what I do.
So like if we are to do that to like. I guess. Well, we don't. Even
the point's never to be mad. Every single plot point is like, does this get us closer to getting the Legos back? If yes, then we'll explore it. If no, if we're just doing it because it pisses them off, like then okay, we will scrap that idea and we'll do an idea that.
Or they'll just get mad, and that's just like on their side. Like if you ask for your Legos back and they get mad, that's kind of on them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Oh, it's not like you're saying anything bad.
I just wish they'd give the Legos back. Like at this point,
bro, if they would.
But Brian's been made like good whole now. You know,
100, dude. It is wild.
Now it's a totally different thing.
Company and the damage just pay $100,000 or give Legos back versus what's going on now. It's like, homies, are you? You could have had the easy way.
They exploded the easy way. That's no
extortion.
more.
Don't say that's the extortion. If you say that, if you give them the easy way, you're extorting them by giving them the easy way.
Let's be real for 2 seconds right now. This is the Unsubscribed podcast, and had it not been for me showing up to Orlando and seeing the kind of following that Eli has generated and the kind of following that has been produced by this production, this is the Unsubscribed podcast, and these people are everywhere, and there's a lot of them. And now that people have seen, you know, behind the curtain of what's going on with this story, brother, after this drops, personally, so I have to say, my views and opinions don't reflect the DOD or the law enforcement agency that I currently am employed by. However, when this drops, like, it is going to be epic. It is going to be insane.
You're going to have people from all different walks of life that do. Yeah. It's awesome. We have created this amazing community because it's like military. You're military. You understand, hey, one of the big problems getting out is there's no community aspect. So how do you build that community and then rally behind it? And then as we always say, it's like we work for them, not the other way around. Like we are in this position because everyone, the community, the viewers, we are blessed for that. And that how do we do the best we can? How can we help others? And they also cover they're terrifying. They are the most terrifying autistic military I've ever seen.
They are terrifying.
It's awesome to see. That's exactly who we want to support us right now.
They are terrifying.
On the live stage, when you walk out, like,
I was on stage at the Hard Rock in Orlando in front of thousands of people, and
I didn't. What happened?
I didn't think about it first off because he's never done this, and I've been on stage multiple times, so I don't think any of that was like, hey.
I have been shot at
on stage.
No, not on. First of all,
I mean, we were just talking about on stage, so I was like, maybe he's holding like a vest.
Listen, hear me out. Let me finish this. I have been shot at. I have had attempts on my life and have been less nervous than being on stage with the Unsubscribed podcast.
Really? Why?
Wait, what happened?
Because when you have like
a lot of people like watching,
staring you,
I see.
And then you are, because I forgot he had Ethan. You met Habitual, I think, but same thing. We're used to it, so when we tell him to come,
it's literally my first show. First time on stage at this size production. I'm at the Hard Rock in Orlando.
They're loud.
And it was, I've never in my life have I ever signed an autograph. And this show was like, it was insane. So I'm really looking forward to the next series of shows because I'm going to be at all of them, just so you know. But it was the people that are a part of this community. I've had great conversations with. I've made amazing contacts in this community, but they are awesome.
They sound off.
They literally lock onto an idea and they support the right thing 100% of the time, and it is just it's amazing. It is amazing to be a part of this, to be able to talk to you and have conversations with you guys, and to be able to like hit up Eli and be like, "Hey, I'm here. I'm staying an extra day. Oh, also, I'm staying another extra day." To be able to do this, like this community is wild. And they believe in the two things that I mentioned earlier, integrity and accountability. They believe in those things and they will die on that hill. And it is like it's awesome. There's no other word to describe it. It is awesome.
You look at our Reddit, and again, we trash on Reddit. Other than that, our Reddit community is the most savage. There, because we're at what, fucking 50,000, 100,000 on Reddit.
I don't know about Reddit.
It's awesome.
But
they will go like, "You talking?" I'm like, "Oh, well, stop! Don't go to other groups and bully."
Someone screenshot me kissing Cody on the cheek last night on stream, and now it's a thing on the Reddit. I actually had to re-download Reddit, and I'm like, wait a second, this picture looks really bad, but let me tell you what was happening.
Why is it bad?
Because the way
why is that bad?
Because he has a wife.
Because the way I was grabbing his face.
Because I'm cheating.
Dude, if my wife sees this photo, I got some explaining to do. I literally grabbed his face. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna kiss Cody if I get 100 subs." Immediately hit 100 subs on Twitch, and I was like, "Gotta do it," and grabbed his face and kissed him on the cheek. Someone screenshot. It looks. I'm gonna show you guys.
I'm gonna pull up fucking. Sorry.
So adorable.
Eli, did you see it?
I'm looking at it now.
Very passionate.
Aww.
For all the listeners right now, he's got him grasped by the neck, the chin, and his cheek, and he's holding.
He's caressing the cheek.
Yeah, he's caressing it.
Give me my phone back.
And it appears as if
essentially caressing.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's consenting to it, but
the top comment is, "Here is the soap. Now go ahead and drop it."
He did consent.
Second comment, "Who's a good girl?" Third comment, "That's me." Wait, that's you. You commented, "That's me," and you're third down. You're not even the top comment.
Hey, follow King Pix Media on Twitch and Kick. Sorry,
who's a good girl?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
If this gets 1,000 subs, I'll have your beanie babies.
Oh.
I love the community so much. It's so sad.
They latch on to everything, and it's the most fantastic thing I've ever been a part of.
Right now, so you, me, and Brian are currently getting sued for $1.3 million, or it could be just you or just Brian, or a mixture of all three of us.
Yeah, we just got that number from CoffeeZilla's video. He did all the work, and so we're like, if he researched it, he's probably trustworthy, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it seems like we are getting sued for 1.3 million. And we have a TRO, so we're not allowed to talk about them, which is why I haven't been able to post, which sucks because I just did all this work to get all this momentum, and now it's like, oh, we just kill the channel now. Okay, that sucks, but nah, it is what it is. So they got to share their side. It was a one-sided hearing, so they got to share their side. We were not able to share our side. If we were able to share our side, it would have been easy peasy, because they're saying we're making bomb threats on them, that I went in and tried to kill them. Like, I tried to kill the manager is what they're saying, which the worst they did to the manager was, I guess we made her like a world record certificate that said that she stole the world's most Legos or something, which actually was true. That was true. They did steal the world. We looked it up. They're actually tied for first place for the most Legos ever stolen. So that wasn't like false that we did that.
Tied for first with who?
It's in Oregon also. Another Oregon company stole $200,000 worth of Legos.
Why don't you just be like one of Josh's like?
Yeah, so they're tied for first place.
Damn it, Amanda! I knew it was you.
Yeah.
And
how was your day, honey?
But so I obviously never tried to. I'd never tried to kill the manager. Like why would I want to do that?
What a psychotic thing to say.
Yeah, but because they said that in court, the judge signed off that we're not allowed to talk about them. Also, we're supposed to take that on our videos, which I don't know.
Oh, here's another thing too.
How did they serve it? Like again, how did this come about without you being able to?
They served me by email because they couldn't serve me in person because I was somewhere else.
Yeah, and in the papers, they're literally trying to get all of the money. So they want to take Patreon money, they want to take the GoFundMe money, they want to take the YouTube revenue, basically everything. So not only
from old people,
not even from Brian. They want to take all forms of revenue.
You sold We Steal from Old People merch?
Yeah, we have.
We steal from old people.
Bricks and Minifigs. We steal from old people.
Nice.
But Bricks and Minifigs is just a tagline.
Nick's proud of you.
Hold on.
They're still trying to serve me. So the police have been after me this whole time.
They served you by email.
Yeah.
So as far as I know, and granted, I've been in law enforcement a long time. When I was doing civil process, it was service in person, or by mail. Do they?
Wait, I thought by mail. I thought you had to literally do it in person.
No, there's alternate services.
So like a subpoena could be posted service, which means I just have to tape it to your front door.
I've seen a lot of lawyers react to this, and they said because they tried serving me for these 3 weeks with no success, like I was obviously trying to avoid them. Like I was kind of also being open about that. So because of that, they were able to do service by email. But
an email is an electronic transmission, and you cannot confirm the sender.
They might have done that because
they confirmed it somehow, because I think I emailed Bricks and Minifigs asking for their inventory list. And so they said because
they can respond to that specific email address.
Yeah.
But they probably got approval by the judge because they thought that you were in Mexico and like you're like running around.
So they had two emails. They sent to both emails the inventory. So I sent them I said, hey, can you please give me the inventory list? So that was the first email. And the second email was the one at the end of my YouTube videos. Yeah. So they were able to confirm that both of them were me. And so that's why, I mean, according to lawyers, it's like not that far-fetched an idea, I guess.
It's also important to note that the location of this podcast is undisclosed. Because some of us are active duty Army and we didn't put in leave. So the location of this podcast is undisclosed.
It's in Alaska.
No, stop. We're not going to disclose the location. It is 12-14.
It's on the moon.
It gets hyper.
We are on the moon.
We're somewhere where we're supposed to be
Street.
Right now.
I just appreciate you guys flying out to Germany to do this podcast. Like,
yeah.
Now you're really. Now he's we're.
But anyways, about the warrant, so it has been.
We're in my house right now.
It's like right when one thing gets like dismissed, another the police are after me again. Then when that thing gets served by email, then they serve me. So it's like, and now they still haven't served me. So the police are still after me right now. I'm a free traveler because traveling is fun for me. There's no other reason I'm traveling, and
it is not commercial travel.
He's enjoying life.
Free will travel.
Yeah,
free will travel. Yes.
There you go.
Enjoying life.
Oh my gosh, dude.
You have like all the. It's like
listen.
We're just trying to be like, okay, we're gonna make sure your lawyers
like
are set up and you are set up. Yeah, we're like, now you're shielded from everything.
You need to hire someone.
We will protect
who is well versed in law enforcement as well as civil proceedings. You need to hire somebody because in the last however many hours you've said things that we're gonna have to cut from this podcast.
Oh man,
this podcast is gonna be like 4 minutes.
But no, you'll.
But if you subscribe to Patreon, you get to see the whole thing.
It's all to protect you, and that's the big thing is that you have to protect yourself. There's certain things you can and can't say. And I hate to say that. I'm a constitutional absolutist.
You got to protect yourself before you wreck yourself.
Well, I just want to be open with what's happening, but
it's the hardest part until you see politics really taught me watching that. But anytime you're online and now you have this massive amount of people watching you for everything, but also they're going to try to use it against you. It is crazy because it does not matter what you say. America is no longer like guilty until you're guilty until proven
until we prove you're not.
Yeah, and even then, no one gives a shit once you've proven your innocence because the damage already done, and they will. You go, oh well, I know they took that one segment out of context. What? No, I didn't say that. Doesn't matter. That video got 10 million views, and yours only got 50,000. Fucking 9,950,000 people still think you are guilty of that. Those 50,000 that seen your message, they're the ones who be like, oh no, he didn't. Did you not see this video? And then you're like, what the f? Because again, with Brandon or any of the politics shit, and this is, dude, we had, who was the giant news? Rolling Stones did an attack against our podcast because we had Actman on. He brought a copy of the Communist Manifesto and Mein Kampf, and Brandon goes, "Oh, I own that. I own a copy of Mein Kampf." And then once he says that, then it's like, dude, it's trash reading. I immediately go, "Oh, they're gonna delete that and just grab that."
But he got it probably for the context of like. Trying to like the same.
You're learning. It's everyone. Like as a historian,
not as like Hitler's a good person.
Clip it. We got your back, but like we want to set you up for success because it is something. You really do want to fight for the little guy, and you want to help people, which is a rare thing with. I don't know how many influencers, content creators, whatever you've met, but it is a rare thing. So
really,
very much.
Brother, I feel like throughout this whole podcast, I've been doing like a lot of like stuff that's going to get me canceled. Anyways, I'm like on my way there already. So
here's the thing.
I've said so many.
A lot of influencers and content creators, it's such a weird realm. It's such a weird world to be in, which I still claim to be new here. I've been doing content for the last 5 years. I still claim to be new here.
Wait, I thought you were doing Vine.
Well,
that was like 15 years ago.
First of all, Finn, cut that because I'm old. That's different.
Okay,
that's different. But to be doing content and to link with the crew that I've linked with, there are a lot of people who are self-absorbed, and there are a lot of people who they do things specifically for clicks and views. Personally, that's not what I do. I shoot the kind of content that I'd like to consume. That's how I started. But
so
being
a lot
that
of bukkake,
I don't know what that is, dude.
That's a good.
Okay, whatever.
That was a really good.
I don't know what that is. What is
you
that?
don't Google bukkake. Yeah, no, don't Google it.
Google it.
That means it's.
Is that like a cooking style, or what are we talking?
Yeah, it's a Japanese Benihana's loves. You don't know what
it takes a while.
It's like 100 dudes jerking off on a chick.
That's
what I mean, dude. You're the most innocent soul.
Keep going. So you were saying like you like to
hold on one
make
second.
Content you like to consume.
Hold on one second. If my wife is watching this, I love you very much, and I do not know the definition of bukkake until now.
You innocent soul. I love it. You're like, what is that? Is it spicy?
Okay, moment of transparency. I know what it is. Okay, I know what it is. Which leads me to my next question. How did you guys learn the word compilation?
So you did.
Just kidding. Don't answer that. Where was I going?
You were saying that you like to watch content that you make.
I didn't say that.
No, you said you like to consume content that you make.
So
or make content.
You don't do things just for clicks and likes.
Yeah,
the content creator mindset. You know, it's the old newspaper adage, if it bleeds, it reads. If it's something that's a controversy, or if it's pointing a finger at somebody, or if it's a negative thing, if it bleeds, it reads. If it's negative, if it generates clicks and views, that's what I'm going to post. I don't want to say anti that because I still make fun of people, and I make fun of things that if it bleeds, it reads. But at the same time, I'm not chasing the views. I'm not like, hey, let me go into the next thing. Let me post someone else's content and then green screen myself over it to. Oh, sorry, that's getting a little. Eli knows.
Let me put on a jet with eyeballs in a mouth. You eat it? No, we love that.
We love eating. But
yes. But at the same time, it's just this weird, like, it's this weird line of, am I posting this to promote myself, or am I posting this because I genuinely believe in it? And from what I've seen, what you're posting is what you believe in. Ultimately, I think that they should be either compensated for the Legos or return the Legos.
Yeah. I mean, you don't spend 9 months without posting on a project unless you like really believe in it,
Exactly.
If I wanted like views and clicks, I'll just be posting every day,
Yeah.
Which I am doing now because I want to like blow the story up because I want him, because like they're not doing, like we didn't fulfill our goal.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe if we get public opinion on our side, then, but it always goes back to the goal, like we wanted to make it big in order to get the Legos back for him, like that was just like, we tried everything, it didn't work. So this is our last resort now, is like blowing it up. But we tried to do it in the video. Like that was the whole thing. Like I told Brian, I'm not going to post the video until you get your Legos back. We tried everything. I got a restraining order. It's like, okay, I literally will go to jail now forever if I keep going. So like the only option now is to do the public opinion thing. But that was like the last resort. So right now we're just in kind of like court cases, and we have a bunch of stuff coming forward. I guess like I got all the body cam footage of Ammon making these threats against us, and then me basically going to the police being like, here's all the raw, like I showed the police the raw footage, like here's us when we go up the elevator, talk to him, you see the whole conversation with no cuts, and then we go down the elevator, that's our full conversation, like you can watch the whole thing, we did not make any threats, and the police are like, we're still gonna charge you anyways. We're like, what? You saw it for yourself, like why are you still charging us when you can see we didn't make these threats? So it's the most insane thing ever, like.
And a little bit of the sneak preview that's gonna be like episode 3,
yeah.
Talking more about like Ammon and getting like beneath the surface a little bit more with the CEO.
We think he has a thing called, we had a doctor look at this, but we got the CEO diagnosed with a medical condition called psychological projection, which is when you, like say I have something, a really negative quality, and then I blame others for that quality. So it's called psychological projection. So he calls me, for example, a keyboard warrior in the third video. He's like, Ben has a lot of bark, but then when it comes down to it, he won't actually bite, like he says all these things online, but
so
he won't do
you can get
anything.
a doctor to diagnose people for calling you names?
Well, so that's psychological projection because he thinks I'm a keyboard warrior when in reality, they're the ones saying, sue us, sue us, sue us. But then when we sue them, they close down their store. Because it seems like they're actually the keyboard warrior, so.
Well, they had the one part, even he said, hey, if you do these things, we'll give the Legos back.
Yeah.
And that's on camera. Like, the guy was like, okay, yeah, got the Legos. If you do these things, I will give the Legos back.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, Josh said that. Yeah.
And we did it, the stuff. There was like 3 tasks he gave us. We had basically
Amanda
we had to get
be
an
liked
apology
on our
from
side.
We had to apologize to her
treaty.
for doing a fake raffle, which the raffle was real, so that was stupid. But we're like, we'll do it anyways, And then we had to each leave a positive review on the website, which was stupid.
That's a very interesting stipulation.
And this is the owner. This is recorded. The owner going, if you do these things,
and
we will give the Legos back.
And they wanted Brian Menzel
to write an apology letter. Yeah.
And so, the thing is like, okay, whatever, that's easy. Swallow your pride, whatever. Even if they're in the wrong, he was thinking about writing it anyways. But they could use this against him as a form of saying like, I was in the wrong. Everything I said is a lie. If he apologizes, so. Ben basically AI'd him saying that he was sorry, but it really wasn't him. So he still got the apology. So in case they use it against him, it was a fake video.
Oh yeah, you on that segment on the video, you built AI inside AI inside AI. That was one of your beats.
Oh yeah.
For one of the live streams, whatever. That was funny.
Oh yeah.
Does that work?
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, if somebody made an AI video of you and used as evidence against you in court, I don't think it would work.
No.
That's kind of our whole thing. Is
you know what I mean?
That's kind of our whole thing. Is like, well, let's work. I don't know. Let's send it. Let's try it.
We were
out.
getting like 3 levels deep on this. I'm like,
this is 4D chess.
Our channel is just kind of like a giant experiment. Like we don't know if it's like we're just send stuff. Like, oh, this seems like a cool idea. Maybe it works. Let's try it.
It's like they're troubleshooting the U.S. code.
It's actually a great comparison.
You know how like computer programmers just like set the model in the system and they go in and try to break it?
They're like, let's pen test it with our own lives.
Yeah, like legally, maybe this works. Oh, let's try it. Let's see what happens.
Or even like the redacted footage. How did you get all that information? Because that's even one where it's like the footage you were sent with the FOIA request was different than.
So yeah, I wake up and I get like 1,000 messages. They're like, the unredacted footage is released. I'm like, what the heck? So I see some videos on YouTube of people calling up the American Fork Police Department and they're like, we've been hacked. And the American Fork Police Department's being like, someone hacked us. Like, this is insane. But I think the American Fork Police Department was just saying that because if they get hacked, then the unredacted footage can't be used in the court of law, or it can't be. Yeah, like it's illegal for us to post that online then. But if they accidentally released it, which it turns out is what happened, I think, then even if it's an accident, it's still a public release of the police records, which now can be used in the court of law, it can be used on YouTube, it can be. So I think they were lying to people saying we've been hacked in order to make it seem like, oh, you can't use this footage, but it actually got like leaked, I guess.
Yeah, and I think there's two parts to it. So I think what you're saying is true. They said that so that they can have a backing of saying like, oh, you can't use this because we accidentally leaked it. But I think someone from the inside had to have released it purposely because like how do you accidentally leak something or upload it? You know what I mean? Like there had to have been someone from the inside.
I hate conspiracy. I'm like the biggest skeptic when it comes to conspiracy theories. But I actually kind of think that one has valid reason because a lot of lawyers were saying if there's footage like my social security number got leaked, like people's credit card numbers got leaked, like everything got leaked in this, and it's crazy. So it's like if that type of information has the possibility of getting like you make sure 100% it's not getting leaked. He's like every once in a while there might be like a comma that's not supposed to be there, or like a misspelled word. Like that's really like sometimes but you never release the whole unredacted file. So he's like, that never happens, and that happened here. So maybe so. And this happened 2 days after I posted a video being like, okay, guys, if we could all come together, maybe we can convince the American Fork Police Department to unredact this footage. You know, I was like, because all the answers are in the unredactions. Let's all like join the other community and get them to unredact this footage. And then like literally the next day they unredact. So it's like,
all right,
yeah, whoever did it, you're a real one.
Ben is uncontrolled, slightly controlled chaos.
Yes.
If anyone ever upsets us, can we just throw Ben?
Dude, that's
like a fucking. Ben is a IED. You put you plant him in a small town where Legos went Alry, and he's gonna explode and make it nationwide news. Dude, he's like a fucking tiny nuclear IED.
You're my best friend on this planet. Did you just say Alry?
Yes.
Do you know who you remind me of with the legal schemings?
Better Call Saul.
You did a homeschool, not without the side like, not to do two conversations at once, but like a rye. You just did the homeschool thing where they like read a word 1,000 times, but they've never heard it said out loud.
God damn it!
I'm sorry. It's okay. It happens to me all the time. We have a support group.
I'm just retarded. Can't say words right.
He reminds me of Nathan for You.
Oh yeah,
dude, yeah. Just with like the legal schemings of like the crazy ideas of like this might work.
Who's the guy you talk to all the time or like watch all the time, like that does like breaks the video games, like Roller Coaster Tycoon, like
Game It Out.
Yeah, Let's Game It Out. I think.
Yeah. Where he goes in and he finds like you said, Roller Coaster Tycoon or something, and he's like, well, how can we do something wrong in this town?
Basically takes the rules of the video game. It's like, if these are all the rules, I can break it this way.
Oh yeah.
Josh. It's Josh. Yeah, let's Game It Out.
What's a reasonable outcome for what the police department is doing, which is targeting an individual, raiding their house,
lying on a press release,
So arresting you, like excessive force, what's like a reasonable outcome?
So my solution
like
was, I think if they all did the chicken dance and said they're sorry, then that would be.
Okay.
I'll accept their apology.
I'll do it. And you're being, I love you're so serious. You're like, no, it's like $2 million or chicken dancing. Sorry, it's like, well, I'm going to take the chicken dance.
Honestly, imagine if that was like actually like the thing. It was like $2 million. You would Take the chicken dance. You would tell her, dude. The police department just be like, no.
Can you
And you'd be
imagine?
happy and you'd be like, we're even. Thank you.
Can you
And you'd
imagine?
walk away and drop everything.
Cops showing up to roll call, like, all right, we got 7 warrants over on Main Street. Also, 8 p.m. we got to do the chicken dance for a social media thing. Like that would be so. Honestly, like the most reasonable outcome, I think that requesting a public apology.
With
That's
the chicken dance.
but chicken dance. I'm not against it. I would love to see.
Well, that's a lesson.
Yeah,
That's-
it's a lesson learned.
It was this or $2 million.
But
He's sliding on camera. Sliding on camera.
we're sorry.
Honestly, the more I think about it, I think that's a way better idea than $2 million.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, like that would be like the biggest thing ever, the biggest news. It would be like nationwide news for real.
The lawyers would have to present that to the police department.
There's worse
They'd be
things.
like, you have option A, option B, and they're like, what? And dude, that's a hard one to fight. Be
Yeah.
like, this is free. You.
I mean, it's.
He sees
Gosh,
how
man.
evil.
Would you do that? Would you take that? Would you take that if you were?
If I show up
yeah.
to my agency and they say, we need you to do the chicken dance on the internet, I am going to fight that tooth and nail and say, I do not want to do this. Let's pay the money. Personally, that's what I'm going to say. However, you know, there's right and wrong. There's right and wrong. And now that I'm at this point in my law enforcement and content creator career, because it's both.
Oh, that got you. Dude, Ben's like, he's writing this idea down.
At this point, personally, I think I'm entitled to some money. I'm kidding.
Wait. So, what do you think is a reasonable outcome for a situation like this?
So personally, you know, we're adults, and I think an apology is appropriate, right? Chicken dance, I get it, I understand you're trolling to an extent, but I think that an apology, a public statement, and saying something, we did this and we did it wrong, and this is why. I think that measure of accountability is important. There are two things, and I'm not going to get on my soapbox, but as an NCO in the Army, integrity and accountability are two of the most important things that these young men and women can have. And if the second that they sacrifice one for anything, for a network, for their buddies, for a buddy thing, which it appears to be what they're doing, I can't say definitively, the second you sacrifice that, you lose all credibility. And one of the only things that we have, especially, I can only speak from lived experience, one of the only things that you have as a man is your integrity and your accountability. And so saying, listen, this happened, this was wrong, we demand an apology, a public apology, a front-facing public apology. I think that's at minimum what needs to be requested. And it just, I'm on the outside looking in. Like I said, you know, I have very limited expertise and very limited knowledge of this specific case. But from what I've seen from the outside looking in, you are owed an apology. The way they have treated you, the way they have conducted themselves, the way they've done this investigation and these traffic stops where they immediately are looking for Ben.
That's what's wild.
That's a problem.
Was that the rolling stop sign run?
Yeah.
That's what, like, people was like, oh, they stopped or didn't stop. You guys stopped. If you watch the footage, at most, it'd be like, I mean, you guys, like, you maybe moved this much, but you, and then
No. So he was very conscious of it. So they knew that the cops were following them. So they were like, do not break any laws. Like, don't stop at every stop sign.
Wait, do you guys have a dash cam?
No, they have all this
police
recorded.
did, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm saying if you have your own dash cam, so this is a little trick of the trade. So one of the things that I did as I would classify myself to be an expert pursuit driver. Even in a pursuit, I have to maintain certain traffic laws. So what I did when I approached a stop, if I had a red light, I would say this. I would say checking left, checking right, intersection clear. If you do that, if you have your own personal dash cam and you say that and you do that every time, they have less and less ground to stand on. What's your question? Because I see you.
No, I love that idea because then it's like this.
That is good. Wait, real quick though. So basically, you would say an apology. Would you say anything else that they like a reasonable outcome would be?
We will never do this again, and this is why. Because I don't really care about like. I don't really feel like that.
Like repercussions.
Well,
so
here's
future-proofing it.
Maybe not you, but like. There's other people that got involved. Like some people got really mad. Like so their girlfriend, wife, whatever, got upset. At them.
So here's what happens in a civil case.
They got detained. Like they got interrogated.
Yeah.
In
a civil case, at some point, someone's declared right and wrong. At that point, there are monetary punitive damages.
Yeah.
And once there's monetary punitive damages, if I am the recipient of any value, I don't demand a lot from the people that are against me, the plaintiff or defendant that's against me, because at that point, once I've received a monetary reward for my case, I will say, all right, I demand a public apology. And that's
I'm just like worried about for like other people, because I've heard a lot of stories of them doing this to other, like this exact same thing to other people.
It doesn't seem like it's something new.
So it's like, that's what I'm like, I don't really care if they apologize to me or not, but I just want them to like not do this to more people going forward.
But so it's also important to note that everything that I've just said could be 100% wrong, because every jurisdiction is different. Every judge is different. Every case is different. So everything that I've told you based on my lived experience, it could be completely different. And, there's an anticipated outcome. But having that anticipated outcome, it could be very different from that. And if it is, then
I think it's that part of human psychology. You can control what you can, and you can hope for the best with this message or this lesson. Now, how do you go about that? Is that part of it's like, hey, we apologize for everything that transpired, and also we are going to work and be better in the future. And then you also, with that same their video with your video, it's like, hey, and just to hold them.
Deja vu.
We're good. Thank God. If to hold them more accountable, my one expectation is if any of you out there experience anything that is unfair moving forward, reach out to us first, and we will make sure that a spotlight is on that, because then that is that fear. That is your nuclear weapon. That is it's your deterrent.
Yeah. So question for you guys. Why would a judge sign off on these papers getting a TRO when they don't have anything to back it up? And
the burden of proof of that is remarkably low.
The burden of proof, but also liability. So if the judge doesn't take action and then something happens, judge.
I see. It's just in case.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They're on the side of caution.
T is the big factor.
And what's crazy
temporary restraining order. So temporary is the burden of proof.
But even in the TRO, they have a clause in there that said that he's not allowed to post anything, and he's supposed to take off all like the videos.
So what about that part?
And what's more wild too is,
so how's that part of a TRO?
I saw a lawyer say that. So to answer that question, they're saying my video is causing people to go out and harm their business. Normally, they have to put up like a $200,000 bond in case they're wrong, because they're like damaging my whole brand right now by not letting me post. Like by silencing me, I can't make money. I just built up all this momentum and now it's gone. So usually they put up a $200,000 bond, but the judge waived it for whatever reason.
So that's one thing I'm wondering. Can't he sue for, hey, I'm holding out on the police,
because I just built up all this momentum.
Then hitting you with the bricks and minifigs for restriction your
is it a gag order
job?
It is.
It should pertain to the current case. So outside of that, you should be good. I mean, I'm a constitutional absolutist. You should be good to exercise your free speech. However, whatever they've said as far as you posting, it should be in reference to the case that's before him. It shouldn't be in reference to anything outside of that.
So we did talk to them as well, and we were obviously we want the court case to be way sooner, and so the thought behind it is like, okay, if we can do this even sooner, it actually benefits Ben, because like the less he's able to post, the less money he's going to be able to make. So it's not just like, oh, we just want to make this sooner just because we just want to post more. No, this is his livelihood, and so that's
all this
what
momentum
we're trying to get
we spent
to.
Since September to build. We've been working on. I spent my life.
September what?
September. It was the end of
your birthday.
My birthday?
It was the end of September.
Just kidding, internet. My birthday is not in September. It's October. Go ahead.
But we've been working every day since September to make the best video in the world. We finally get the momentum we've been working so hard for, and boom, TRO, just lose all our hype. It's insane.
That's where we discussed it. That's what I get super pissed at, because now it is, and part of that, show how much money with revenue, everything, how many videos you released, and now them cutting the umbilical, like they just
like I was going like
it.
this, and
Yeah,
then
we're
just,
like premature. We're like at 6 months.
Everything just dies. It's so sad.
And that's why like they owe for that, because they changed. I mean, it's followers. You can't post a single video now. Your last video was like, hey, sorry, can't talk about it.
Yeah.
Podcast or anything. Even outside of that, you expanding your network for your business is affected now, because it is, hey, we can't talk about that. Just like this episode, we have to wait to release it until you guys are in the clear.
Dude, I can't wait to drop this. I'm already excited about being on Unsub. Like we talked about it last night. I've been to this house before. I've been to this studio before, but to now be a part of this is I cannot wait for this to drop. And I cannot wait to I mean, I'm rooting for you guys, but the disposition of this case, it is wild to me. If I'm them, so I always play devil's advocate. If I'm them, I'm going to drop a public apology. I'm going to reimburse either the Lego set or the money, or both. I'm going to pay out the lawsuit as much as I can, but I cannot wait to see how this, I want a peaceful resolution for every party involved.
Well, you're thinking like a reasonable person.
Yeah, remember.
But if you remember though from our conversation before, Bricks and Minifigs, the people that work there aren't, well, at least the people making the decisions, aren't reasonable people. You know,
that's the hard part too, because you are dealing with, you're trying to
you're right,
rational versus irrational behavior.
Like a reasonable person would have taken the easy way, you know? That's what a reasonable person would have, like literally any reasonable person would have done that. They would have just given the Legos back and not stolen. But like, we're not dealing with reasonable people.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Have you ever been in a situation where a lot of the people that you're with, like the other police officers, are at a house or a situation where they're doing some like shady stuff, but all of them are in on it, and it kind of like presses on you?
Okay.
And you're like,
So-
wait. And it presses on you, and you're like, dang, like I really don't want to be a part of this. Like I don't know what to do in the situation. If yes, what do you do in that situation?
So I didn't anticipate telling any law enforcement stories, but there's one specifically, which was a robbery / pursuit that I had, where ultimately the suspects, I was involved in a pursuit. They ran the driver ran from the vehicle and went to a residence, broke into a house, burglarized a house, and while on that scene, after chasing this guy in my car and on foot, I was a brand new supervisor at the time, and one of the guys said, put your effing hands up. And I vividly remember walking up to him and say, hey, don't cuss. And he was like, he looked at me like I was crazy. He's like, what? I said, don't cuss. We're in the projects. Everybody is out here with their phones. Everybody is out here recording, and everybody's anti-police. And I said, don't cuss, because they're recording us. At a certain point, you lose credibility based on how you deal with the public. And when I saw that and I said that, he kind of went to like the rest of the guys and was like, hey, can you believe it? Sergeant Kingsley Penderhughes III told me not to cuss. Like, what is that about? But at the same time, that's protecting us, because if I treat every adult like an adult and I give you that respect, I afford you that respect, ultimately, what can be said about my operation? What can be said about the actions that I've taken to now take a criminal into custody? There's a certain level of respect that you have to give in order to receive it. And we didn't cuss at this guy after I said don't cuss. Ultimately, he gave us the wrong name. He
so you should have cussed at him to get the information.
He did rob a guy, but no matter what he did that was wrong or appeared wrong, we didn't reciprocate. So we have to be above reproach. We have to almost, the Bible says turn the other cheek. I've been Christian my whole life. I'm a very big proponent of turn the other cheek. But at the same time, the Bible also tells anyone without a sword, let him sell his cloak and acquire a sword. So I'll take action when action needs to be taken, but at the same time, I'm going to afford another grown man, another adult, another citizen, another taxpayer. I'm going to afford them the respect and courteousness.
Courteousness.
Is courteousness not a word?
No, courtesy.
We can cut that. Finn, you can cut that.
No, keep it in.
Play it in.
No, keep it in, keep it in.
And play it back again.
He
Leave it
can't
in.
spell and he can't speak. Keep going.
I'm a little stressed out. I've had a long day. But no, I'm going to offer them that respect and that courtesy because no matter what they've done, I have to be above reproach. And what I've seen from the American Fork Police Department is that they have not extended that to you because it's based on, hey, we're friends with somebody, so we're going to treat the other person that's on the outside with less than respect.
So you always speak up in like these situations when even
You
if
have
it,
to,
if
you have to,
yeah.
you have to, and even
person.
now, like since a lot of we call it the summer of love, but the George Floyd, that whole thing that happened. If you and I are cops and we're on a scene and you're disrespecting somebody or you're treating somebody with less than courtesy or respect, if I don't call you out, now I am at risk of being
Go to prison now.
You know what I mean? So it's like I have to. You have to offer people courtesy. You have to be able to make sure that you maintain your bearing and just be respectful. If I'm doing a traffic stop and I walk up to the driver and the first thing I'm saying is, "Hey, in the back seat, are you Ben?"
How is that? That's what I was about to ask. That is a wild thing.
That's a targeted stop. So there are target. If I watch a hand-to-hand and I make a traffic stop and I know what it is, that's one thing. But if I'm stopping a vehicle, my introduction, no matter what I'm stopping the vehicle for, is always the same. I'm Kingsley Penderhughes III. I'm stopping you for this. Do you have your license and registration? After that, then we'll go into the other stuff. But the traffic stops that I saw was flashlight. Hey, are you Ben?
That's
Yeah, they didn't even
wild.
talk to the
I don't
driver.
like
Yeah.
Without a license
So
or
weird.
anything, they just knew. That's where I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Well, there was one police officer that was kind of doing what you were talking about. His name was Officer Richardson. He was
Shout
kind
out
of
to
a
Officer
younger
Richardson.
guy. He was kind of cool. He was always like, shout out YouTube and stuff.
He knew you were recording.
Hey,
He probably
drop a
watched your
sub
stuff.
on Twitch.
Yeah, but no, he was like cool. And then like when the police officers would like take down the sign, he's like, "We're really taking down that sign?" He's like, "Well, yeah, it's pissing him off." He's like, "Yeah, but that's not illegal, you know."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Are we really taking?" And he's like, "Yeah." And so he's like the only one that was like trying to like talk, kind of like what you were saying, like talk back to him.
He's probably confused.
Yeah, he seemed like he was like a younger guy, you know. So
Yeah.
he's probably had more sense in him, I guess. He hasn't been brainwashed.
Still
by
wants
the
to save the world.
police department yet.
I've
but-
been there.
I'm making a difference.
Yeah.
So
Hearts and minds.
Hearts. Hey, we talk about hearts and minds.
Oh, I know.
so I do.
That's what we call a failure drill.
I do want to be fair and like say he was pretty cool, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, you spoke highly. Like anytime we've talked, you still spoke highly. It's like it was your first experience of like, oh, what the is this? You're not used to
yeah,
targeted.
Not used to being a criminal and being arrested.
yeah. Then normally I'm on the other side, you know. It's like
You're arresting them.
Arrest
Yeah.
this man.
yeah. That's usually
Ben
what
does citizens arrest all the time. That's his other
Yeah.
channel.
No, I will say this, man. It's watching this. Like I said, and I know I've said it a million times, but I'm going to keep saying it because I need to distance myself from this case for legal reasons. But being on the outside looking in, watching how you carry yourself, it's impressive. It's very impressive because you're not led by emotion. You're not led by, revenge or being vengeful against Bricks and Minifigs. You're not vengeful against the police department. You want the right thing to be done. You want a peaceful resolution. And for me, going into the worst situation imaginable and looking at the facts and all the information you've been given, personally, I want the most peaceful resolution possible. And the fact that that's the goal
which
for you guys
is the chicken dance. That would be peaceful, right? Like
dude, I love this
no one
idea.
gets
Bro,
hurt.
I'm gonna at this point.
We're all
I'm gonna
gonna
do
laugh.
the chicken dance.
We're all gonna.
It might be more it might be more than just
we're just
peaceful.
gonna bring
Everyone's
joy
gonna be
to
even
everyone.
happier.
It's-
So
yeah,
people's
everyone's
kinda
gonna
like
be
zen.
happy, yeah.
This is gonna elevate people's
Yeah, this will make
happiness.
everyone super happy. I'll
Yeah.
do it with them.
You'll do it with them.
Yeah, of course I'll do it with them.
Tell
yeah.
them they need to hire you as a police officer and give you law enforcement credentials. You know what? That's not legal advice. I need to say that.
No one gets hurt.
Ben is like a legal officer.
Officer Ben.
Oh my God.
What do we have? We didn't get to talk about it much, but like these videos that are coming out, your 3 and your 4, I would love to know more about that because I think that's going to be very important to these stories.
Yes,
The third video is I made it a little bit longer. It was going to be only 20 minutes long, and I made it about 40, 45 minutes long.
I can't wait to
just
watch
because it's like I have extra time now, you know. I'm
Yeah.
not going to like just sit around and like take a vacation. I'm going to just keep grinding, you know. So it's like hey, double the length. So we made it from 20 minutes to 40 minutes.
Let's go.
Just adding extra stuff in. It's all about a big part of it's about the inventory list. Because that could clear this whole thing up, right? So if so Bricks and Minifigs is saying Crystal stole the Legos, and we can.
Who is Crystal?
The previous owner. So when Bricks and Minifigs took over the store, Crystal was the one who had the Legos. So they said Crystal knew we were coming and stole all the Legos before we had a chance to take over the store. So we didn't actually take over any Legos, and we can prove this with our inventory list because we took an inventory when we showed up. And so I'm like, okay, can you send us the inventory? They're like, yeah, for sure. And we're like, okay. And they're like, we'll send it to you. And then, well, I guess that's what Brian said originally. And they're like, okay. And they're like, it's been like 16 days now. Can we have the inventory? And they're like, oh, yeah, we'll get it to you. And he's like, okay. Like a couple months go by, can we have the inventory, you know? And then they have a lawyers come by and they're like, actually, we declare this matter closed. We're not going to send you anything. And so then I go in there. I'm like, hey, can we have the inventory? And Ammon McNeff, the CEO, is like, yeah, we can give you guys the inventory. I'm like, oh, sweet. He's like, we already gave Brian the inventory. I'm like, actually, you didn't give Brian the inventory, but if you give it to him, he'll stop. That's like all he wants. Like, if you give us the inventory, we'll stop all this. We'll stop bugging you guys, you know? And he's like, okay. And he just is basically stalling for like, that's like kind of half the video is just like us trying, like going to like extreme lengths to get this inventory.
Did you get the inventory eventually?
So he told me he would send it to me, and he said, look out for your email. We will give it to you. And what he said is, if you ask for this inventory list one more time, we will report this to the criminal authorities, and the police will take care of it after this. And he said, this will be our final message. We will not talk about this any further. So they claim that they can clear all this up if they give us the inventory. So now we're not even asking for the Legos. We're just asking for this inventory list. You know?
Funny thing on this too.
We're like making
here's my question regarding that.
Wait, really funny thing on this.
Do you have the original consignment from?
Yes.
So funny thing on this. So Eamon obviously knows about all this, and they sent that email saying like, nope, this is the last message we're gonna send. Like, this is like you're not gonna get it, basically, right? Yeah. And so Eamon also has went on multiple different
and then he goes on Fox News afterwards.
Fox News, he'll like talk on like podcasts. Like, he'll live stream. We're trying to make Brian right. We want to make right by him. We're trying to work with him.
We're trying to give him this inventory. He just doesn't want the inventory list.
And also, we're trying to give him back the Lego sets, but he doesn't want to accept them. Well, and then also, and one last thing on this. He's saying all this, yet they're turning around and suing him for $1.3 million. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
And we've said it before. It's this dude goes on live streams, dude, the simple fact he went on CoffeeZilla, which I want to know that reaction of like, holy shit, CoffeeZilla just did a video on us. But him getting caught in lie during it's like, there's no U-Haul. Well, that U-Haul.
Yeah, that's a different U-Haul than the one that I thought wasn't there.
And it's happened every time I'm lied, I'm caught in lie, I say something else in order to change it, allegedly, just in case. But yeah, like that's the inventory list or any of this stuff. So you have half the video dealing with that.
The other half is kind of about we try to always reverse card what their strategy is to us. Yep. So their strategy is I walk in there. Sorry. And so I walk in, I say, hey, you guys want to do the easy way or the hard way? And basically Ammon calls the police and he's like, hey, Ben said if I don't give him the Legos back right now, he's going to burn down the whole building and shoot everyone inside. And I have him on video saying that to the police officers. They gave that to us in Discovery for the body cam.
Holy shit. Wait, so you have...
I have video of him lying to the police about false threats that I made.
What is... Okay, that's a good question. So, my boy, what is that? Just for that quick segment, what they have is lying to the police on camera.
Yeah. So at that point, what you have is false report.
Yeah.
I think in most jurisdictions it's going to be a misdemeanor, but
what if it's as an extent to that?
Yeah.
Bombing, killing, like that's crazy.
I don't know. I don't know at what point it transcends into the felony realm, but at that point, you at the very least you have false report to a police or a law enforcement agency, and if they have no ground to stand on, if they're not providing evidence,
I'll get to there. So at this point, we say, well, let's Uno reverse them. If their strategy is to get us arrested before our documentary comes out, let's get them arrested before they get us arrested, you know?
Yeah.
So like let's get them arrested before they do the thing against us, you know? So I call the police and I go to the police station. Actually, I make a formal report and I say, Ammon McNeff made a false police report about me.
Mm-hmm.
He said I was gonna make all these threats. He was saying the Legos were never even in the store. He's obstructing, which we learned in the previous week that the American Fork police take obstruction very seriously. Like they arrested Sheldon just for locking his phone for obstruction.
That which was crazy.
But yeah,
that phone is his property, and at that point had not been seized. It belongs to him. It is within his right.
But
as far as I'm tracking,
that's
to
how
lock it.
seriously the police take obstruction in Utah.
Yeah.
So.
Dude, Utah is freaking wild.
So we were like, dude, if we are handing the police the biggest obstruction case they've ever seen, you know, they're going to go bananas over this obstruction case. We submit all the evidence that Ammon is committing a crime, which should be pretty black and white. He committed a crime. And then in his evidence to me, I committed, like, said I was going to like extort them, like give the Legos back, I'm going to burn down the building. And the police officer on the phone tells Ammon, she's like, I don't really think there's any credibility to your case. But I do kind of like want to help you guys out, so maybe we can like come up with some other crimes. I think like maybe commercial obstruction or something. Like, did you have to ask him
commercial obstruction?
Yeah, she's like, but for commercial obstruction, she's like, I found commercial obstruction can maybe like be something we could get him with. So like, but like we have to prove like, did you ask him more than once to leave? And he's like, oh yeah, like we had to ask him all the time. And so in Ammon's police report, I got discovery. He has zero evidence to have any of his claims. There's like 2 witness testimonies from other employees, which according to any scientist, a witness testimony is not evidence.
Yeah.
So he has zero evidence in his case against me. And I submitted like tons of footage, like video evidence that was not manipulated. You can see there's no edits in it. And so I'm like, okay, if the police have to take on one case or the other, they're going to take on my case, right? I have the evidence, he doesn't. That's common sense. 3 months later, I find out the police have actually not taken my case. They dropped my case for whatever reason, and now they have pursued Ammon's case against me.
Wait a second. They dropped your case?
I've been calling them every week for the last like month, and they just don't answer. And I'm like, hey, how's the case going? And I leave a voicemail. I'm like, hello.
Was there any update or resolution to your case?
I leave a voicemail every single week. Hello, I'm
maybe
calling
on
my
lunch break.
case.
That's the wrong answer.
If you can give me a call back, I'd love to know how my case is going. And they just ghost me.
Oh no.
Maybe
I have evidence, and they don't have evidence from. It's like, why did they take the case with no evidence?
They could be on a date.
Why would the police be doing that? I don't know.
Oh my gosh! All right.
So for like.
It seems like if you have to choose one case or the other, I would. If I was a police officer, I would choose the case with the evidence, right?
So no matter what, if I close a case, I have to notify the complainant.
Well, maybe it's still going on. I don't know, but they're just not communicating
via
with me.
phone,
yeah,
or via like mail, not email. It has to. It's got to be confirmed. I closed your case because of.
So maybe it's open. It's probably open still then, but they're not talking.
Yeah, but if
me.
they're not taking action.
Yeah.
And you're a complainant, that's a problem. That's absolutely a problem. Oh my gosh. Dude, I hope I don't get fired for talking about this stuff. I really like this is insane to me. It is insane.
I don't believe it either. It's insane, but I guess I get to make videos on it and show it to the world, but
well, not now, but later.
Yeah. Yeah, they silenced me, so that sucks.
July 1. It's July 1, right?
We don't know.
Maybe.
No, it's more than likely going to be
within a week. We will know when the date
new court date is.
Well, I'm glad today is August 1st.
They said there might be ways to expedite it and get it sooner rather than, you know what I mean?
So what happened with video 4?
That one we're still kind of working on.
Or what direction is going? Because
the direction is going, still much to be filmed. I would say right now we're just interviewing other franchise owners that. Oh, sorry. Okay, so right now for episode 4, we're just interviewing other franchise owners that have had their franchises stolen by Bricks and Minifigs. And the more people I talk to, the more it seems like Bricks and Minifigs hired Josh and Brandon in their specific roles. It costs.
If you want to know, that is how close one is. Just so you guys know.
It's literally up the street. When we went to brunch this morning, I was like,
Well, here's the thing.
I recognize that sign. That's Bricks and Minifigs.
We steal from old people.
So when,
oh wait, that's a different store.
So when a
Different company.
Different company.
So when a franchise makes a franchise, they have to upfront about $200,000, and it's their own company. It's not corporate's business; it's their business, and they just they pay corporate a little 6% fee in order to use their brand because this brand is a recognized brand. This is a trustworthy brand. I am paying
McDonald's.
them to be trustworthy. Yeah, to have a trustworthy brand associated with my store, but it's still their store that they built with a lot of times their life savings. So what corporate does is they write in the franchise agreement, if you break any of these rules, we can take your thing. And
that's what's.
It's kind of like you know how like police officers will say, "Show me the person, I'll tell you the crime." You know, so it's basically the same thing.
I've never said that.
But it's a common saying, you know.
Sounds like profiling.
Maybe you don't say it, but some people.
Cultural patterns is what we call it. Profile.
But the corporation will say the same thing. So they say, "Show me the franchise, I'll show you the crime." You know, and they go and be like, "Oh, you were rude to this customer at one time. Okay, we can take over your store." You know, and they'll take the whole $200,000 store and steal, and then they'll say, "Hey,
how many times has this happened?"
And then they stand there with their arms crossed. Many, many, many times. And they say Josh and Brandon, it's always Josh and Brandon that come down. They say, "Hey, we're taking your store. If you want it back, you can sue us, but it's going to cost you way more than what your store is worth."
It's always a dude named Brandon.
Don't trust Brandon.
It's the same.
And these so basically,
guy, I guess.
And a lot of these franchise owners are telling me, they're like, "I wanted to sue them, but I spent my life savings on that store. I couldn't afford a lawyer, and now they have my life savings. They can afford the best lawyers ever." So they steal their stuff, use their stuff to pay lawyers to steal their stuff, and then this person they steal from can't fight them back because they already stole their life savings.
So essentially, it's the same thing that's happening with Crystal, but with many other franchise owners.
Yeah.
And now what has from?
So it's basically a scheme to just steal money.
Well, it's still a business. What have you seen so far? What is some of these that shocked you, where you're like, "Holy shit, they took your company because." You gave an example. You were rude to a customer, but what ones have you seen? Like,
so one, there was he was in Florida. He had a hurricane that came through, and he was like, "Shoot, like a lot of businesses are going out of store. Like a lot of stores are going out of business." And he's like, "I'm going to need to get an investor, you know, because otherwise I'm going to have to close down." However, getting an investor goes against the franchise agreement. They took his whole store. And also he got permission to get an investor too, which is so he asked corporate if he's allowed to get an investor. They said yep, and so he played by the rules, but he broke the franchise agreement even though he got permission. And we get to take your whole store now. And that was his life savings.
Once you break that agreement, the gloves come off, man.
It's why I don't want people to just sign stuff because you're like, they have my back without realizing, oh shit, because Bricks and Minifigs goes in there like, oh, hey, we got your back. Hey, yeah, sign this. Hey, yeah, dude, you can get an investor and immediately.
Yeah. The way I would like to end episode 4, we haven't started on this yet, but I mean, I guess we're working on it. I want to get all the franchise owners that are pissed off at corporate and set them up with lawyers to do a class action against corporate for destroying their brand, because they're paying 6% to have a trustworthy brand associated with their company, right? So they're paying money to get like this good brand recognition, when right now, because of corporate's actions, they're paying money to have a brand that makes them look worse, you know? Like they would have been better off just having like, oh, the Lego store, you know? But so they're paying money to have a brand that makes their store worse. So that's all corporate's fault. So I think the franchises should be entitled to the money that corporate's hurting them. And so a lot of people are like, it's even weird. Like a lot of people are coming out and saying like, oh, Ben, this is all your fault. Like you're hurting all these innocent franchises, you know? But it's like, no, I'm not hurting these franchises. I'm just holding up a spotlight to corporate that's hurting the franchises, you know? And,
which is a clear indication for people.
I think this would be a good way to actually be like, hey, like, the franchises have been hurt. Like, actually, let's help them, you know, kind of like the corporate, like, because that was the whole thing with Brian. It's like corporate screwing over this like innocent person. Let's help them, you know. So if corporate's hurting all these innocent franchises, let's help them, you know. Let's set them up with all lawyers. Like, I'll get a team to set that up for them, and it'll be sick, you know. And we'll help all the innocent franchises out, and it'll be awesome.
Idea. We can see if you like this idea. The money, and depending on what Brian wants to do, it is, hey, that extra money goes towards this class.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Class action lawsuit that puts everything together, because now it's like, hey, he got his, but now he's helping everyone else that might be suffering from the same situation.
That's the best idea I've ever heard. Oh my gosh, that's sick. Yeah, because we were kind of wondering, like, what do we do with all this extra money? You know, yeah, that's awesome.
Now you got it all covered under one, and it all ties in, and you guys walk out looking like rock stars, because again, you're like, I don't want the money. I don't care how we look.
I just want to help people. I don't know.
That's what the rock stars. It's you're not like, I'm in it for the money. You're like, no, now I'm helping all these people with that. And so is Brian. Like, he got his, he only wanted his.
He just wants the money back that they lost, you know? Like, he doesn't want to make anything from this, you know?
I am for that. And now, when was like 3 and 4 supposed to be released until you got hit with the TRO?
It was pretty much the day that
damn.
Everything.
Well, maybe
was,
three before is getting worked on.
3 was finished. We were just waiting on some animations, I guess, because the animations take forever. Because they literally hand draw like every frame. Like, it's like literal like animations. It takes a really long time. Like, they work really hard, and it just takes so long.
Yeah, because I do like, and I will always pay compliments to your content, because Homeboy is very talented. First thing I said on the phone, I was like, dude, you are so good at telling a story and then visually showing that story at the same time, and it's a rare thing. So that's why I was like, dude, talent, my man.
If I would have known that they would have served me by email. So I actually made part 2 on YouTube live, because I was like, oh, they might be serving me, like, I gotta just post on YouTube so I don't get like screwed by this like TRO. And then I was like, I mean, it would have been like any day, you know, like I was getting out episode 3, and then I guess, yeah. And so I was like, well, I guess I'll just make it longer, you know? So I just haven't stopped like working and editing. I've just still been doing it. It just is now a longer video, I guess. So now instead of 20 minutes, it's like 40, 45 minutes.
So when is the, I mean, I guess this might seem obvious to a lot, but like, when is the end of like this series? Like once
they
what
do the
is
chicken
accomplished?
dance.
Once they do the chicken dance.
Yeah.
No, okay, wait, but tell me more. So Brian got made whole, but like now, are you wanting to take down the police department? Are you wanting Bricks and Minifigs?
No, I don't want to take them down. I just want to say they're sorry and have them never do it again.
Okay, so police department saying sorry
like
and never doing it again, and then Bricks and Minifigs what?
Just say, hey, we're sorry, we'll never do it again.
Okay,
and
so
then they can't
thing.
do it again, you know? Because if they do, then we'll keep making videos about it, you know? But yeah, they'll just. I mean, because like, Bricks and Minifigs isn't a bad company on like in theory, you know, like in theory, like, oh, we're gonna resell people's like Lego collections, like that sounds cool, I guess, you know. It's just they're like screwing people over and they're like stealing people's innocent franchises and stuff, and that sucks. Like, and then they're stealing from old people. That's not good.
Dude, bad.
No,
it's just the level of it corporate. It sucks that is the owners doing that shit to people that are paying their bills, essentially.
Yeah.
They're just taking a portion, and you're like, motherfuck. God dang. So what was, out of everything, all the episodes, everything you experienced, what was the craziest part to you personally?
Oh, getting swatted for stealing the Legos. It just still makes no sense to me. That's like still the only part where I'm just like, what? Like, how did that happen?
What was going through your mind when you were in the back of the cop car and you were just like sitting there?
Just like, I hope, like, how am I going to get this footage? Like, how do I get this? Because the video we filmed previously with like the giant dick, you know, like I requested that footage, I couldn't get it, you know, like they all had body cams, like. It was a 10-day standoff with the police that we had.
There had to been more. Honestly, you looked like, I felt so bad. Like when I was looking at that, I was like, holy shit. Like you look really, really sad. Like there had been other thoughts than like you thinking, okay, how do I get the footage? Like, were you like, dang, I can't believe this happened. Like, I'm just sitting in the back. Like what
was the first worry?
No, it was just, I wasn't really worried. I was kind of just confused. I was like trying to figure it out, you know? I was just, seemed like I was in like almost like Rick and Morty international cable, you know? Like, it felt like I wasn't like on Earth anymore, because I've always been taught like the police are here to help us, Yeah, I've always been told like it's like in a world where the police are here to take down the bad guy and protect the good, or take down the good guy and protect the bad guy. I feel like it's like an episode of like Interdimensional Cable. I was like, am I on Earth right now? Like,
dang. So it felt surreal. Like you were like, what the heck is going on? Like, why is this happening?
Yeah, because I've always been taught that the police. Like
cops, good. Bad guys, bad.
Yeah, that's like how I grew up.
How it should be.
Yeah. And so now I'm in a world where it's like good guys, bad. Cops, bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I was like what is this? I was just confused.
That would suck because it does affect you on a personal level. You feel like you're crazy or you're gaslight. You start gaslighting.
Yeah, I felt like I was being gaslit. Yeah.
Did I do something wrong? Maybe I was in the wrong. Are they? And that's one question I did have written down. It's at any point we're like, maybe I was lied to, and these guys are actually. Wait, what's going on?
Who's bad here?
Yeah. Did you ever question that? It's like, who's bad? Even with the evidence you were given by Brian and the family, were you ever like, wait, what the?
Well,
because of the actions, did you ever?
It's pretty obvious that Bricks and Minifigs is bad.
100%.
I tried to give them the easy way and the benefit of the doubt, and they didn't want that. So at that point, I was kind of like, okay. But Brian, I've never thought it's bad because he got his stuff stolen. How could he be bad? Unless he was like lying about things, which. I mean, everything he said is kind of tracked out.
But the gaslight, there's still the doubt. I think that can still sow doubt with you when you're getting arrested. All this is happening. You're like, maybe he did lie to me. Even though, come to find out, it's like everything is documented. It still you up in the head. It might.
Do you think Crystal has anything to do with any of the missing Legos, or Brian not getting paid back even like a portion of it? You think so?
Is it possible?
Wait. I want to like just touch on this because a lot of people are thinking about this.
Is it possible that the original consignment was not communicated to the current owners?
No. There's footage. That's on camera.
And they
claim that it's not, but it's on camera.
Wait. So with Crystal, so why do you think probably?
Because I think CoffeeZilla did a thing where maybe she was still owed a little bit.
She's the previous owner before they got taken over.
However, and Crystal will even admit that maybe she was short on some of the sets, But her response to that is, I was never given an inventory list by corporate, which I asked for in order to make Brian whole.
But why sign for it if you don't have an inventory list?
Well, that's what they
because she got kicked out of the store.
Yeah.
So Crystal did have an inventory list, and according to her inventory list, corporate says. So this is in the third video. I'll repeat it verbatim. She says, "When Brian showed up with me, or when Brian came to the store, he handed me a spreadsheet, and you know what? I could go to McDonald's and hand them a spreadsheet and say, I own all your ice cream machines because my spreadsheet says so." He said, a spreadsheet is not valid proof.
I don't want to get into the McDonald's ice cream machines.
That was Crystal's inventory list that you were describing. So that wasn't just a mystery spreadsheet. Like it was Crystal's inventory list. But Ammon's claiming that Crystal lied on the inventory list and Crystal took off with all his sets. Which maybe she underpaid him a couple. I don't think she's like stealing his sets on purpose. Like maybe she was like unorganized, and underpaid him some.
I don't. Yeah.
Maybe she was. I don't like. We don't have proof one way or the other. Maybe like if to give.
He's been caught so many lies. That's the problem. Is the guys now that are in charge have just been caught lie after lie.
But what's for sure is that corporate definitely did steal a big portion of Brian's Lego sets because they were in the store, metadata timestamped when she was getting kicked out of the store, and you did not see them on her when she's getting kicked out of the store, meaning they were still in the store, meaning we don't have proof Crystal stole some. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't, but we do have proof corporate did.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave when we start to lie and deceive.
Wait, can we just all like do the chicken dance like music just with our voices? You won't get copyrighted.
I'm not doing that.
Right?
I'll do the whole thing.
It's weird.
And then we can do the dance to the voice of the
kazoo.
You know what I mean? You can't even. Okay.
Really?
Dude, there are so many
the algorithm. No matter how we algorithm the algorithm.
Happy birthday was illegal. That's why
Happy birthday's copyrighted?
Not now. It just passed, but that's why every restaurant had to have their own version of happy birthday because you were not allowed to fuck with that.
That's crazy.
I think.
What are these guys don't
Daniel
like
J.
fun?
Happy birthday.
Oh, no.
You're like, I was just a random happy
He
birthday.
just comes
dude.
into some like random Hooters, like, you guys are singing my song.
Yeah.
Check. Lawsuit. No.
Start singing the Stevie Wonder version.
Not on my birthday.
What you ruined this day.
Oh no.
I need to hit up Reckless Ben.
Dude, again, I am. It's been an absolute pleasure having you guys
Oh,
on.
thanks for having us on. Yeah, this is awesome.
That
It's
was
fun. It's nice talking to like actual law enforcement about this. So.
I am 100% after 2 nights ago. I'm a fan of what you guys are doing, and I look forward to finding and seeing a peaceful resolution. So thank you for the work you're putting in. You're laying on the wire. You're sacrificing yourself. You've been arrested, which is crazy to me. But you know, I'm a fan. So.
Oh, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, it's been great. Thanks for having us.
Dude, keep kicking ass. Like, I'm super happy for you guys, and however we can help, all of them can help. Just let us know, because it is like you fighting the good fight, and the shit you've been through, especially, it sucks.
Well, how
it does.
can you guys help? Let's pressure them into taking away our TRO, because that sucks.
Yeah.
Dude, well, we can't until after this episode. Well, how do we do that?
Dang
with
it, you're right.
Okay. I've never seen anybody speak out against their own restraining order, but guess what? I support it. So here it is. Here we are.
It's so much. I've never heard of Bricks and Minifigs in my entire life until this thing, and I feel like I'm in the majority.
Yeah. After this, their name is Pricks and Mini Dicks.
You guys,
Why did you save that for the
Put that
end?
on a shirt.
No, I want to make that a shirt, actually. I have actually like a list of ideas to have like a shirt. That's one of them.
in 3 weeks, how many subs did you climb on YouTube?
Bro, like 900K
It's
or
over a million, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So if we keep this up,
3
we will be
weeks.
at 100 million by next year.
We're gonna keep this
if we continue the
lawsuit.
Now we'll figure it out. No,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
won't
yeah.
lose. We'll win. It'll be sick.
I like the part. You are positive.
Toxic positivity.
Well, we didn't do anything
I love
wrong. Why would we lose for something we didn't do? That makes no sense,
My
right?
sweet summer child.
But they can't just say like, "Hey, this guy threatened to murder everyone." And we say, "Hey, we have video that we didn't, and we still lose."
The justice system will definitely be on our side.
Yeah.
100%.
It has
I've
never
faith
failed
in-
before.
Yeah.
All you guys, I wanted to talk about his cool slackline career.
That's what Cody, he DM'd me to ask about that. He's like, bro, really? Huge into the slackline scene.
Really?
I've never done it. I thought it was really cool. I was like, why don't we talk about that for an hour?
Nice.
You do crazy ass. I will just say really quick, the double backflips off of
He's a crazy.
It's crazy.
whatever.
He's
that
really good
shit's
at that.
wild. I'm like, huh?
He's controlled chaos. That's what I'm saying. We should throw him at our enemies.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
dude. See?
God, Nick with a binder and
It's just the
Ben
meme.
with
It's the meme of the
life.
army guys looking at the crate that says "weaponized battle monkeys." It's just we got Ben in the crate.
destroying people. We're like, fuck yeah. Holy shit. Well, Jesus Christ.
Could you imagine?
What a fucking-
Could you imagine being their lawyer? Like he did what? That wasn't an option.
I imagine it's kind of like being my consultant.
Yeah.
Well, Ben and Victor, where can the people find you on the internet?
Reckless Ben and Victor's
World, yeah. I'm going to be known for Victor's World. I'm going to hate this. Well, whatever. It's cool. Victor's World.
He leads women into the woods.
Victor's World. Gold vest, though.
I'm starting to realize why rifles were used in the search warrant.
Hard cut to Brandon again in the woods. I won, guys. Cody, you want to close this out, you beautiful son of a bitch?
Thank you guys for joining the Unsubscribed podcast. I was joined today by Eli Doubletap, Nick the Fat Electrician, Reckless Ben, Victor from Victor's World, Brandon Herrera, myself, Donut Operator. Thank you so much for being here.